Your mind is okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you.
Lórí YouTube.
Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today again. Yeah. Tonight is going to be once again about your visiting Nigeria's first lady in Dubai, visiting Nigeria, and at the same time, she is keeping prisoners. Like usually they say, oh, she's not keeping any prisoner. No, she is keeping prisoners. And why? The hypocrite Aisha is what we're going to talk about. We talk about tonight.
Presido Barufi, and yes, you're right. You go to Nambo, and yes, you're right.
Thank you.
And yes, you're right. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. And yes, you're right. Òkúra olóṣèlú. And yes, you're right. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Good evening to you once again. Good morning to you and good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun live. On your screen is the Nigeria First Lady, Buhari's wife, Yusuf's mother, Sarah's mother, and Dubai-based Nigerian First Lady, Aisha Buhari. Usually, for those of you who remember this woman, I'm going to show you something, okay? This woman, she was Nigeria's first lady too. In fact, the most laughed at, the most mocked. What is it that many of you didn't actually laugh off about this woman?
Jay, help us, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh.
It's okay.
It's okay, Mama P. It's okay. See many of you laughing in the comment section. If you laugh anyhow now, you are going to the Daura Secret Service dungeon, like this young man on your screen. Immediately after Patience Jonathan came Aisha Buhari, the darling. Yeah? Sorry, give me one sec. So came the darling Aisha, and then Buhari, the frugal Buhari. Now, in the last few months, which somebody just asked now, I mean, why is she in Dubai? We are going to get to that in a moment. I'll be right back. Meanwhile, maybe you should keep busy with this.
The expectation on us was too high. People were expecting so much from us. And maybe after 7 years, we haven't done to their expectation. Only God knows what is in somebody's mind or as a human being, you know, you cannot say that you are right or we have done what we should. So the government...
We'll come back to her. So immediately after Mama P, Patience Jonathan, the one that became the comic relief, a joke. They even called her Hippopotamus. Yes. She was called so many names. Both of joke for everyone. But there was never a time that I can remember that anyone got arrested or kidnapped secretly, locked up for over a week. Now you see, when Aisha came in, to some hypocrites like Nigerians, she's decent, she's like a homely, she's motherly and all that. But it didn't take long before they realized that just like every one of them from that elite circle, it's just about what can I get, what is going to be mine, what can I lay my hands on. It didn't take long when she started the power struggle with a man that acted until his death as your de facto president, Abakiyari. It became so tense, right, that Aisha was asking her husband to sack Abakiyari. In fact, to remove his family from their villa there. It was like a big tussle. There's a video. Okay, there's a video where Aisha was fighting with the children of what's that guy's name again? That's Daura. The children of Daura living inside the Aso Rock. So within that, so whenever she wants to say anything, or let me say whatever she had to say back then to the public, it's always like, it be like say Wahala dey for kitchen. It be like say the entire Buhari household there, Wahala dey. It got to a point, Mama Daura, Abakiyari, and the rest of those people around the Buhari that time, they had to give her a name. Do you know what name they gave to Aisha? Because she's from Adamawa, yeah? They call her Adamawa Suicide Bomber. That is the code name. Whenever they want to talk about her on the phone or physically around that time, she was like, because she felt like they were like, they've muzzled her, they've pushed her to the side, like, she's nothing. And she was like, me, first lady. Selfish, greedy, and corrupt. That's her story. So whenever she speaks out then, people kind of loved her, like, yeah, I mean, I love what Aisha said. She's always like picking on the people. She was actually one of those who made us realize how messy and how corrupt Buhari is and the people around him as well. According to Aisha, immediately they won the election, strange people just took over her husband. They didn't let her have her way. They didn't let her have her husband. She doesn't even have access to him anymore. So if you see what they are doing, that's not my husband, though. That is the people around him. Oh. You see that man? 3 men are controlling Nigeria. She told us that. So it got to a stage, to keep her quiet. They had to do her bidding, give her everything she wanted, money, this, that, like just do what you wanted. But she wasn't satisfied because still, no, why are they so close to Buhari and she is not? This is internal. So in 2018, when they started the process of they want to do the second term for Buhari, so they lure her back to Nigeria. She was in the UK all that time, mostly in the UK. 2015 to 2019, Aisha, she was mostly here. That was the moment she started the story of she's not safe. She is not safe in Abuja. She is not safe in the villa. She is not safe around Nigeria. Her children are not safe. All of this coded though, until one day Aisha came out to alert us that if you guys are not paying attention, maybe I should bring this to your notice. And that is, I think that was when she told us about a man controlling her husband. I'm going to look for that clip, a quick one. I'll be back.
The expectation on us was too high. People were expecting so much from us. And maybe after 7 years, we haven't done to their expectation. Only God knows what is in somebody's mind. Or as a human being, you know, you cannot say that you are right or we have done what we should. So the government, they have really tried, the administration. They have done their best, but maybe it's still not the best to others. To them, they have done their best. So only God knows. So we must apologize to Nigerians, you know, whether we have met up with the expectation or not.
So in what areas do you think that they could have done better, maybe in your own opinion?
I don't know, because my office, I run it like an NGO just to receive people.
So I found a clip where she told us about this man controlling her husband, and I bet it should be this one.
As we did not buy votes, we formed a government, the government that have overthrown an incumbent for the first time in the history of Nigeria. Afterwards, we're expecting to have a teamwork. We had a bit of teamwork, but it wasn't full. All the achievements that have been listed for the past 1 month, people have been singing the songs of achievements. We will have achieved that within 1 year of the administration. But it happens that we're dragging up to, like, this is the 4th year. So we believe in teamwork. And we believe in government of inclusiveness. People should not relent. People should continue to fight, continue to talk against the few that dominated the government. Our votes were 15-point-something million last election. And after that, only for us to be dominated by 2 people, that hinders a collective teamwork that we have started, which is totally unacceptable. And if 15.4 million people can bring in a government, and only for the government to be dominated by 2 people or 3 people, where are the men of Nigeria? Where are the Nigerian men? What are you doing? Instead of them to come together and fight them, they kept visiting them one after the other, licking their shoes. I'm sorry to use that word. Instead of saying no. We should continue to say no. We should continue to say no. Because this is the future, not of my age, not of my husband's age, but the future of our children and our grandchildren. We're talking about better Nigeria. We're talking about Nigeria where all those that had a brain drain that went to another country to work should come back and participate in this country.
So this was before 2019. She was trying to, she didn't name names. She was gaslighting Mama Daura and Abacha as the 2 people, right, that controls the government, that controls Nigeria. That instead of people to expose them, they keep going to them to lick their shoes. This was the Adamawa suicide bomber trying to use the failure that she is part of to her own advantage by getting public sympathy. She became a viral video. I remember that time. It was so viral. Like, Aisha said that. Oh my God, we know who she's talking about. So they quickly brought her back like, hey, calm down, madam. You can't just throw in things like that. After their 2019 election, before the death of Abacha during the COVID, Aisha Buhari, right, felt so stifled as well, like so boxed to the side that she wasn't getting what she wanted or she desired, so to say, or dreamed of, ran into another trouble or another face-off with Tunde Sabiu, or is it called Sabitu or Sabiu? You know, that personal secretary to Bokwari, that young boy. And what happened? They said Aisha Buhari was coming back from her base in Dubai with her entourage, all paid for by Nigeria. Now, she landed in Abuja. When they got to As Old Rock, there was another that said that everyone in her entourage should go on quarantine, 14 days quarantine or something. So Aisha Buhari flared up. Like, who gave the order? Who said that? And said Tunde. Was like, Tunde, that, you know, like, it was so much an issue that our ADC, the person where they wear uniform behind her, had to release different shots inside the Aso Rock. Imagine, you did inside the Aso Rock, you just say, bah, 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 bah. That was Aisha Buhari's ADC shooting. That caused security scare inside the asshole rock. That same day, they redeployed almost 90% of all the security guys working inside the asshole rock. They moved them straight away. Like, una get mind though. You they shoot gun inside here. You don't know, say when they shoot gun inside here, now cool. That was Aisha Buhari. And at that point, when they remove our ADC and they change some of our aid and all that, Aisha Buhari. Meanwhile, even I think before then, was it before then, when she became a critic as well? And then she said that they didn't give her all that is due, all that are due to her as the first lady. So Buhari, her husband, had to quickly make some appointments, give her some deals, give her some portfolio, all money, not because she has anything to do, but just as an entitlement. And to make it worse, immediately after that incident inside the asshole rock, she disappeared. I'm talking about her from 2020. Aisha Buhari disappeared. What happened to her? Where is she? We've not, no, she's in Dubai. Oh, really? Yeah, she's in Dubai. She's been living in Dubai all this while at the expense of Nigeria. Okay. So, since the couple, Buhari, Aisha, they are like visitors to Nigeria anyway. But permanently living in Dubai, that's new. What happened? They said Aisha claimed that her life is no longer safe in Nigeria. And Buhari, her husband, can no longer guarantee her safety. That's what she told people. Not me. So she relocated out of Nigeria for her own safety. Now from then, I remember that time I told you, I said, where they tell you that Nigeria is safe, and they are telling you that Nigeria is safe from abroad, you don't say you're mad, believing them. Your first lady lives in Dubai. Your president lives 6 months abroad in the UK or somewhere else abroad, and then 6 months in Nigeria. And that's your life. That's your Nigeria. She's in Dubai. Wow. Now she visits Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like visiting Nigeria like every 3 months or sometimes every 6 months. She will come around whenever she wants to come and cash out. She can come around and be like, I want to come and launch my book. She came around sometime this year to launch book. She went to Nigeria to launch book. And the book was about beauty products, how to look beautiful as a woman, how to look naturally beautiful and all that. So beauty stuff, Sha. Now she is in Nigeria telling Nigerians that, now here is the surprise. You know, she's not been around. People have not really been seeing her. And to many, if you say Aisha Buhari, do you know the image some people have in their head? I'll show you. This one is like one of the popular images, one of our popular images, okay? When you say Aisha, this is kind of the image that will come to your head, right? a Fulani lady, fear, and you know what I mean? Okay. And then maybe something like this. A very, very lively, always smiley, you know what I mean? Young, lady. Not young lady, anyway, lady. So when she suddenly disappeared, then reappeared, and people were like, they could easily notice that, hey, is she pregnant? Is something wrong with her? Questions like, she's your first lady anyway. Whether she lives in Nigeria or she lives in Dubai, it doesn't really matter. She is your first lady, right? So people started asking questions like, hey, have you seen Aisha? What happened to her? Is she pregnant? Or no, she can't be. Come on. Maybe, and you know one thing, right? Me, as a man, I have learned that you must never, ever tell a woman that she's fat. I know some of you don't understand this, by the way, but it comes from the emotional intelligence training. There's no training like that, but I think it just build it from experience. No matter how happy you are, no matter what you feel about a woman, black, white, doesn't matter. Do not, even if you don't really mean anything, like, don't ever tell them that they are fat. Even if they are. Find something else to compliment them with. And even if you feel so, even though public figure, they are a bit different, especially you could be alarmed and be like, what happened? Meanwhile, some actually felt like maybe something was wrong with her. Like, genuinely. And then one young man, this guy, hey, I am telling you, the reason why I'm saying you shouldn't say fat, whether you even mean well, whether you are like, even in a lovely way, like, my baby, you are so, don't say it, please. Just find something else to say, okay? It is not palatable because that is what you call the alarm button. Now, waiting you see after saying that, now waiting you go get. You know what I mean now? There's a reason why we say that. So emotional intelligence says that don't say it. Because even if you mean well, even if you mean well, whatever you see after that, take it. Because that's exactly what happened to this young man. He's from northern Nigeria. Somehow, he saw this image of Aisha. Like I said, there are so many questions that people are asking, like, what's wrong with her? Like, So he saw this image, right? And he decided to tweet it. He tweeted and he said, Aisha Buhari is growing fat, eating our money. Do you understand that? That was what that young boy said. And that was what landed him in trouble. The trouble of Aisha. Aisha is corrupt. Let's not forget that, and I'll tell you why. Just before Aisha left Nigeria, there was this case of one of his personal assistants or special assistants, as they always give title to themselves, okay? They said this young girl, they said this personal assistant to Aisha, in fact, it was a former ADC. We use the word gong, 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 gong. They said the guy happened to be one of our ADC, right? So he got locked up by the Daura Secret Service, DSS. What was his offense? He was the guy collecting bribe for Aisha, on behalf of Aisha, so that even if you are investigating Aisha for corruption and you catch her with so much debt and stains and fraud, right? You are still never going to see it all because most of them are not committed directly by him. They are committed by people on her behalf. She is the first lady. See, Nigeria is, I'll tell you something, right? Natural Nigeria is like a corruption den where being corrupt is just like normal thing. Okay? So if you're in public office, people want to give you, I'm talking about corrupt people, want to give you so much bribe so that you can use that your position to influence some of the business interests that they have, which in the long run, right, are not in the interest of the people that gave you that power. So when they want to collect bribe to influence contract, to influence a decision here and there, to influence presidential approval here and there, we are talking about millions and millions of dollars bribes. There are also some kwe that comes. It got to a stage. It be like, say the guy just was like, Omo Ademad. These people are going to be here for 80 years. What is going to be my gain? The guy started keeping some of the money for himself. 2.6 billion naira was traced to the guy. And Aisha became so furious. Imagine where somebody was able to take 2.6 billion from the bribes that they are giving to you. Imagine how much of that bribe you have already collected for somebody to be so confident, to be able to keep 2-something billion for himself and hoping that you will never notice. She didn't notice. It be like saying that the people will pay the bribe. The result no come. They can't finally get closer to Aisha. Kabiru didn't deliver a message to you, madam. Which message? We sent Kabiru to you on this project, about 1 billion, ma. No, I don't know anything about 1 billion for Kabiru. Because 1 billion is like a 1,000 naira to these criminals. It's all they do there. Amechi told us, he said, there's nothing they do in Abuja, they share money. And that is why you will never, ever have any headway as a country. Look at the characters in charge. One of them is this dubious Aisha. Very dubious. Very, very corrupt. I mean, stinkingly corrupt. When they pick people where they're supposed to hang or like a jail for life, those who have participated in whatever you are going through as a people right now, Aisha should be between number 1 to 10. You know why? She hid behind that, victimhood. I'm on your side, but there are some men, they are so powerful. No. She's a criminal. She is. I'm glad she lives in the UK. She has children in the UK. She can see my own video and they can sue me too. But they won't have any DSS to go and chop at my door when they're not mad. When they're not mad. There will be no DSS coming to my door. But she can take us to court as well and say, that Maiyegun, he called me a criminal because she is a criminal. You know what happened? In order to squeeze that money out of that ADC, you know what they did? They locked him up for weeks. Torturing, beating and all of that. Media who know. They quickly changed the ADC. Beating and all of that. The guy said, if you want kill me. Now my pension, I don't collect so. Kill me. I won't give a dime. Somehow, the story leaked to the press. Aisha quickly said they should let him go. Let him go. I don't want any trouble. Let him go. 2.6 billion naira. Pocketed. Gone. Imagine what she has got for herself. And that is in a country where she said, please forgive my husband or whatever we have done. I mean, that young guy was like, she's eating our money. Look at her. That's what he said. He said, I'll bring this up first, right? The young man said, look at her. Aisha Buhari has become fat from eating our money. She doesn't even live in Nigeria. Do you get that now? So when you look at this image, let's be sincere. Let us be honest. Okay? Would you not one way or the other want to know what happened to her? Look at this family before 2015. This is Bokwari, the former general, former minister, and the rest of that, right? Before 2015, this picture was taken. Now, look at them at the top. The transformation. Do you see that? Now, I expected to be transformed to look better and all of that, fine. But not this. So what did they do to that young man? They picked him up. This boy, they picked him up. They have been torturing and torturing and beating him until the news also broke now that he accused Aisha Buhari of getting fat from looting money, Nigeria money. Do you understand that now? So that is when Aisha came to Nigeria, which is just probably this month or from last month. She's visiting right now, making whatever cool money she can get, checking on all whatever that are ours, making sure that all that belong to her are getting to her as they are rounding up. She's asking people to forgive her husband because they expected so much from them, but they haven't really delivered that. But nevertheless, if anybody call or talk about how Aisha look, you may end up in the Daura Secret Service cell, like that young man. Listen to a full interview with BBC Igbo, just for the optics sake, to see through all those lies as well. Like I said, the hypocrite. Let me say the hypocrisy. See through them, and then we'll go to the next one. Abuja Kaduna Rail Line. Oh yeah, Laura tickets.
The expectation on us was too high. People were expecting so much from us. And maybe after 7 years, we haven't done to their expectation. Only God knows what is in somebody's mind. Or as a human being, you know, you cannot say that you are right or we have done what we should. So the government, they have really tried, the administration. They have done their best, but maybe it's still not the best to others. To them, they have done their best. So only God knows. So we must apologize to Nigerians, you know, whether we have met up with the expectation or not.
So in what areas do you think that they could have done better, maybe in your own opinion?
I don't know, because my office, I run it like an NGO just to receive people. I'm not into government activities. My own is to support them, either on health or education. I don't go into details of what they're doing.
Do you think there's a chance that APC may not come back as the ruling party in Nigeria?
Why did you ask that question? Of course, we'll continue. Of course, APC will win. By the grace of God. I was born and brought up in Yola, Adamawa State now. I was born in 1971. Attended primary school in Yola, secondary school in Yola, and then I went to University of Maiduguri. I worked for maybe 10 months, then joined the university as a student, and then suddenly I got married. And getting married did not stop me from furthering my education. So I continued with my education. And I first of all went for NCE. I studied social studies. I was thinking that social study will be the easiest course because I was having children at the same time. So it happens to be like, it's so wide, vast, and, you know, quite much. But thank God I finished the NCE, and then much later, the federal government opened what is called distance learning, and I joined Ambrose Ali University, Kaduna campus, where I obtained a degree in public administration. Originally, we have started with political science. Then, lack of enough lecturers, they decided to divert us to public administration, which is equally vast and broad, you know. We touch a lot of fields like law, business, or everything.
So what about your master's?
And then after that, I went to UK because my children school there, all of them. So most of the time I happens to be in the UK. So I decided to use that time to enroll for short courses like a beauty therapy. I enrolled in beauty therapy course like for 2 years. I got a diploma in beauty therapy, from nails to pedicure, manicure, from nails to eyelashes, permanent makeup, everything about beauty. So I got a diploma on that. And when I came back to Kaduna, I opened a spa and then later on a training institute. I was also one of the consultants of KRPC, Kaduna NNPC, on youth empowerment program. They call it YESUP. They normally empower the youth around their host environment in order not to vandalize their, equipments. Yeah. So I happen to be one of their consultants before. And then one of the resource persons of NBTE. So I was among the people that wrote the curriculum for them. So I wrote the beauty therapy side of it. And then others took other courses like agriculture and so on.
A lot of people don't see the academic side of you a lot, and it's really exciting for me. So why was this like a motivation for you to go into educating, particularly the girl child?
Yes, and also where we're born and brought up, like including our great-grandparents were educated. So even when I got married, I think in our society at that time, in our environment or the family or in Adamawa State in general, the least educated person may be somebody who has a secondary school leaving certificate.
Okay. Yeah. So your motivation for educating, especially young people, where did it come from? Why did you pick interest in education?
Yeah, because we found it very important, and we're also the beneficiaries of girl child education. We benefited a lot from it on how to run our lives, our marriages, and everything.
You spoke about managing, raising children and also going to school at the same time. A lot of people find that very difficult to do. How did you manage?
Yeah, that's why most of the time I went for part-time schooling. And that one gives me time to take care of the home front and also continue with my education. Yes, and after opening the spa and the beauty institute, I also, when India started enrolling civilians, were the second set that got enrolled. So I obtained a master's degree on international affairs and strategic studies in the Nigerian Defense Academy. And then later on, I enrolled on online courses like codependency and so on. But suddenly we have started campaigning for 2014, 2015 elections, and that was made me stop stopped me from, continuing with a lot of activities of mine.
So does it look like when you leave, Asovila, perhaps you may go back?
I think for now, I need rest, I need peace. I'm not talking about anything now apart from, having peace, having time with my children and grandchildren.
I mean, when you assumed you became the wife of the president, did it take away your motherly duties, as a grandmother, a mother, as a wife? Did you have time to perform your duties and also do the official duties that you had to do?
Yeah. It never stopped me from performing my duty as a mother or as a grandmother. Sometimes before going into a conference.
Yeah, we hear you, Aisha. Now, you've seen her, and the young man that felt like she's been living off Nigeria, possibly felt like they should probably just remain like this Bokwari that is Fulu, as we call them in Ijebu. So people are saying that, Aisha, if there is no health scare, and as a mother as well, that possibly won't have similar power any much longer. If there's no health scare, there's no point in, in torturing a young man that is browbeaten, that has been browbeaten by the failed government that her husband represents. There's no point in adding to the hardship. Not be say we should too pity them all, but we just believe that an injustice to one is injustice to all. Why should you lock a young man up? Simply because he's using what he sees as an expression of his frustration that your husband brought upon his life. Well, maybe brought upon himself by himself anyway, because most of them actually wanted this. They just never thought it was going to be this bad. Or maybe they never even thought it was going to be bad at all. Anyway, this will take us a quick detour. We're going to go to Abuja, Kaduna Rail. I hope some of you have actually heard and read that after almost 8 months, or should I say 8 months from March, when the terrorists attacked and kidnapped over 167 people and killed others as well, the operation along that route has remained skeletal, if non-existent at all. So they came out today to say they have put together a security measure that will then make it easier and safer for you to travel through that Abuja-Kaduna rail. I'll tell you what they said they have done. But how about we go back to when it all started? How much? Because they said that to put security for you, to make you feel safe, they are going to require your NIN, National Insurance Number. But what is that? National Identity Number, NIN. If you want to buy any ticket traveling through Abuja-Kaduna rail, you will need NIN. Now, even though that doesn't make any sense, okay? But at least they expect you to have NIN. The reason why it doesn't make any sense is because the terrorists that keep attacking or kidnapping people along the route, they have never been part of the public that boarded the train. They have been the terrorists that break the track and hijack the train and kidnap the passengers. That's what they do. Let me show you a few clips. In the past, they finally led to the 28th of March 2022 kidnapping of Abuja-Kaduna rail passengers. Before then, in 2017, early 2018, that same Abuja-Kaduna rail or train was attacked. Check this out.
It was a live gunshot on our way from Abuja down to Kaduna, and the National Railway Corporation from Idu down to Rigasa in Kaduna. A shot came off directly on the train, and it was live in our presence where it happened. But we thank God there was no casualties and nobody got really injured. Nobody got injured. All right, thank you. It's Giwa, your boy from African Media. Thank you.
Thank you, KY African Media. That was 2017. In 2018, at a point, I think they even put a whole car on the track to derail the train. But I think that failed. It's a very short one. Look at this. I think it's a car. Crushed. That's a car. A wreck, right? That's an attempt from this terrorist. Then again, it got to a point whereby they even derail, like they removed the tracks, waiting for the train to derail. I'm showing you attempt before March 28th, before the 28th of March this year, when they finally kidnapped over 167 people. This is 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, then 2022. All like that. They've been having that attempt. It's either they push cows onto the train track, and then you know what I mean. They've been making attempts before that match. Here is one of them.
Officer! Look at in the complete cut off, huh? I'll send it to AKTS Black.
I think you will see it better this way. Sorry for that, the quality of the clip, okay? That's the best I could come up with, okay? Now, you could probably see it better here, that track.
No.
No.
Let me carry the exhibit.
You see,
So look at.
Excuse me. Look at it. Complete.
Look at. Let us go now. Let us go. Lala, let us go. Let us go. Let us go, God. Let us go.
I suppose they put something there. Hey, Oni. Let's go. Now let's say
So they used maybe not dynamite or maybe not bomb and the rest. Okay. Somehow people get to know before the trains arrive, and then they will just call it off. That has been the operation all this while. Then here is another one where they are actually fixing the track after an attack, which is just like blowing up the train track so that the train will run into it and derail. Then the passengers, Musu Sara. Then the bad day, the day that the devil collected water to drink, 28th of March, 2022, they finally succeeded in hijacking the train and successfully kidnapped 167 people, and more than 8 people were shot dead on that train. This is the best I could come up with from that day, 28th of March, 2022. This one.
Okay. Hi. Oh my God. Kaman gobara fa irin da aka ji. Ka.
Amma an duba nan ba mutum.
Okay.
Ga kai a gaba kan ne daga inji sai kai. Akwai generator.
Kai, sun riga sun ɓata wannan gaba ɗaya.
This coach is gone.
Haba, wannan ai ko repairing.
Yes. Ahmed, who happened to be a prominent member of this Temple of Truth, and his family, they were in Kaduna that day. And according to him, he could possibly have been in any of those trains, either the one going or the one coming to, either the one going to Abuja or the one coming from Abuja. And today, he could probably have been one of the victims. Some people were shot. Even Pastor Ruga visited one of them right there in Kaduna. Those who were they were only shot, pretended to be dead until the arrival of help. Okay, why the terrorists took those who were not shot, who are still alive, they took them away. Now, one of them some of them in Kaduna Hospital, Pastor Ruga even visited them. The special advisor to Bokwari on condolences visits and burial arrangements. This time around, it was just like a sorry, get well soon visits. Same day, the day after, the 29th of March, 2022. Sorry. Almighty God is going to heal you. By the special grace of God, you are going to be healed. Jesus Christ that saved you is going to Allah. Other jargons anyway, yeah. That's just that. 167 other people, including children. While all this were going on, they are being marched into the forests. You know this story now. So, a day after, even Tifnumbu had to, like, on his 70th birthday or colloquium or whatever in Abuja, he had to give a minute silence to those who are the victims of the Abuja rail attack. I'm giving you all this background to let you know that although you may choose not to count what those days were or remember them vividly, I will remind you. That's what I do. They call me like, you are a revisionist, Maiyegun. Let's move on. You can't move on when you are making the same error or the same mistake again and again and call that, that's not moving on. That's being stupid or mad. They call it the symptoms of insanity. So call me a revisionist, please. They are now telling you that NIN will make you safe on Kaduna, Abuja. No, it won't. Tell them that all of them, their minister, their police side, everybody should be on board every time the train is leaving Abuja for Kaduna, because those who are going to kill you, hijack you, or kidnap you, they are not boarding the train with you because they know where exactly they're going to touch you, and everybody, you are on your own. And when it happens like this, Tifnumbu and gang, they will do a 1 minute silence for you. I'm not cursing you.
I will urge the two clergies who are here present to continue to pray, and every one of you to go home and pray. This event should not be holding. The people you see around me here, and they've agreed with me, I'm being a very highly committed Democrat. I have subscribed myself to their suggestion that they agree that this event be cancelled. We pray for the souls of those who have departed prematurely. We pray. Whereas Imam and clergy, so please pray for Almighty God to help us to win the war of evil, set Nigeria on the right path, bless us, and provide His guidance on all of us in our various ways. First, before we
because everything now God, let us pray. But he did well, oh. He said when he got to the venue for his birthday, and they told him that this shouldn't be happening. Look at what happened yesterday. See how many people they killed. See how many people they kidnapped. Then he realized, he said, oh, okay, let us just pray for them. That God should take us out of this hand of these terrorists. Smart, is it? Well, that happened. But on the part of Nigeria, at a point, they said, no, the train don't work again. We don't put security together. Every time the train leave Abuja, they will put they will send an helicopter that will be flying above the train. So as your train, they go 40 kilometers per hour. Paka, poko, paka, poko, paka, poko, paka, poko, paka, 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 paka. You hear at the top. So you can't be like, say, oh, more now what zone will they go? So you don't believe me. I'm telling you, they did that. See, I'm gonna go look for a clip. Let Aisha hold on for me. I'm gonna go look for that clip. I'll show you.
Realize that I have a lot of people that are willing to help me. So we decided to go into like a medical missions. And in that medical missions, we normally screen like 4,000 women in each state, maybe in less than 10 hours. We screen them from different ailments, including cancer, like those that are living with HPV. So we normally collaborate with Mary Stops, and in Mary Stops Foundation they have a machine that's called See and Treat. So if we tested a woman positive, we keep them aside, and then after the whole screening, they'll come back to that, concentrate on them. Then they burn the lesion that they have seen in them. So they call it See and Treat. So from there, they are negative from the HPV.
Oh, that's...
Aisha, I'll show you. So after praying for the people they kidnapped, so at the same time, can we tell you what their government now put in place as security? Like I said, blah, 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 blah. That's your trip from Abuja to Kaduna, because you are being watched by the terrorists who are like, hey, where did they come? So now that helicopter they go first shoot. I think they realize that this one don't make any sense. So no, they use helicopter guide their train. If the Wahala happen, the helicopter now ain't go first blow. But they actually did that to show that they have put security in place in Nigeria, not Iraq. This happened. So tell me, what do you think they were thinking? See that helicopter? Now that one go tell them, say, oh, they don't hijack the train, no, they don't hijack the train, no. So how are they going to get to where the train, you know what I mean? Like, it's mental. Here is another one. So I think they now felt like this one don't make any sense. So we can't be doing all this one every day. How many trips are we going to be doing every day? How many helicopters are we going to need every day? Okay, let us tell people that there is another safety we have found. Go and get your NIN. If you don't have NIN, you cannot go on Abuja Kaduna train. Really? After everything I have shown you now, tell me how this one makes sense, and eventually you believe this one will keep you safe on that their train, according to their NRC, Nigeria Railway Corporation. It is their own information. Oh, I was asking myself, like, how is this going to prevent you from being kidnapped? Terrorists don't need your NIN, do they? Well, there are other things they said to provide security because they have started operation again. May everybody come buy ticket to Kaduna Yao.
As part of security measures in place to ensure a secure resumption of the Abuja-Kaduna train route, the federal government has directed that the use of the National Identity Number, NIN, is now compulsory for passenger profiling when boarding the Abuja-Kaduna train service. All intending train passengers are to note the new ticketing guidelines. For online ticket purchases, existing profile owners are required to update their profiles with their NIN. Failure to update will reflect the profile as unverified. The intending passenger will not be able to purchase a ticket. All new profile registration will now require passengers to include their NIN. Third-party ticket purchase for an adult passenger will also require that NIN be provided, while purchasing is limited to a maximum of 2 people per trip. All tickets for minor passengers must be bought by an adult. Where the minor has no NIN, the minor passenger's ticket will reflect the NIN of the adult making the purchase. However, only the minor passenger's name will reflect on the ticket and will be verified during the ID check process. For walk-in ticket purchases at the train station, first-time passengers are required to provide their phone number.
There is more, Charade. It's just like, I'm just going to keep you there laughing. That's the security measure. Very, very. You are mad. Madam Modesty. If you don't have a clue, I'll tell you why you are mad. The terrorists are in government in Nigeria. They are making deals with the real armed terrorists that are kidnapping and killing you. I mean, the one that their mission is to either kill you or kidnap you. So what else is the mission of the terrorist? And these terrorists, they have peace and agreement with the ones, the Babariga terrorists that are taking your profile, give your profile this or that. They said it's for security measure. And just like I showed to you just earlier, they know the location of all the terrorists along your route. They know where they will attack you and they will take you and nobody will see you. Nobody say nobody will see you because nobody will look for you. They do know. The victims of Abuja-Kaduna Rail on the 28th of March 2022, they are victims of a higher powered negotiation up there, which later came to light. Did you not know about that? We didn't know that the Abuja-Kaduna attack, rail attack, we didn't know that it has a connection with all the locked up Boko Haram commanders in Kuje. We didn't know at the time. We didn't know that the deal that made the Boko Haram to kidnap over 167 people on the 28th of March in Nigeria. We didn't know that that deal also involved a coordinated state-backed attack on the Abuja or Nigeria medium security prison, Kuje. Because when you look at the process, eventually, we realize that we have been played. Well, I haven't been played well. Anyway, we realize that they use the lives of the people like playing the gamble. People died. Some disabled, some wretched, like they've wrecked some family financially in the last 8 months before they released their last victims. We didn't know that this deal required that Nigeria was going to use Nigerian Army or Nigeria Air Force jets to carry the wife of one of the Boko Haram leaders inside Kuje prison, as part of the demand to free the Abuja-Kaduna train passengers. They told this Gabi Shehu told me, and I told you. Okay, it didn't tell me directly. Gabi Shehu said they have given the terrorists all they asked for to release the Abuja Kaduna victims. And he said there is even there's a pregnant wife of one of the Boko Haram leaders inside Kuje. In their demand, they demanded that Nigeria must provide medical facilities or medical services for that woman, the wife of one of the Boko Haram leaders inside Kuje. She must be provided the best medical service. And when she delivers a baby, they must move her in that same well-safe and to go and meet her husband. Now, listen to this. This was after they broke into Kuje prison and they broke the husband out of the Kuje prison. All this happened 8 months, coordinated at the highest level. So asking you to go and get NIN, go and put your this or that for security reason. You dey mad? When the terrorists grab you, it's like you being led into your slaughterhouse. Who will be comfortable in, imagine me being in a train, inside the train going to London, and this is my life. And I will be like, hey, my life is safe, but na helicopter they guide us go London. Shogun la yeni. And talking about the failures of Buhari. So this is what we see from here when we look at what they are doing in Nigeria. A laughing stock is what they have made Nigeria, and fair enough, majority of the clowns and then I don't want to say brainwashed. I mean, they are all complicit anyway. Talking about their on-ground vuvuzelas or grassroots vuvuzelas, hungry, poor, battered, beaten, traumatized, bullied, brutalized, and all those things you can think of, done to them, frustrated that they can't get out of it. So they continue to pop them up and say, our leader, Rome was not, they are doing. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? No, it is not what it is, because this is the life they have built for you. A life that makes you say, accept it. This is your reality now. And somebody like Aisha is concerned that somebody is not happy how she's looking. You know what I mean? There are other things that just that still pops up when they look at her. They say, this one I never shop, and this one I don't shop. So if you are angry that people are angry with Buhari, just review your role in all of this. They won't go away. They will be there. Because for everything Buhari and his terrorist government, everything they have done, ladies and gentlemen, they have victims of all those decisions. And if the look is something that worries Aisha, somebody should tell her it's something more serious. And it's because it is Nigeria. And as she is visiting now from that Dubai, she probably didn't understand the frustration that well. And she's going to see more of that. Trolling, abuses, and the rest of that. Because no matter what they say about her, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me. Just for a quick one, you're going to agree with me that it is never going to be close, not even anywhere close to what Nigerians did to this woman again. Just to reflect.
Shay, help us, help us. There is God, there is God, 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 God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 It's okay.
It's okay. You all keep laughing. Every time you look at her, you laugh. But it's just to tell you that as you are asking for something in the name of Nigeria, be very careful of what you are asking for. After laughing at Peshe, Madam P or Mama P, for 5 years, you laughed, you mocked, you made jokes, you did a lot. Now, for the past 7 years, you have a deceitful, greedy, selfish, and self-centered Aisha, as all our record will show to you. Yeah, she's got some pet projects. We are helping some women. Ask them how much they were making on each head of those, on each head of a woman, on each woman that they put through their bogus government project that they call the First Lady project. How much is put on each woman, and how much of that actually got to them? Like, so the one you are going to get next, Wallahi talai, Togun ba nje t'Ọlọ́run. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Wallahi talai, tí Ògùn bá ń jẹ́ ti Ọlọ́run. If he be Remi Werepe, you will come see another one. You know, we've told you that before. When they say change, and they say next devil, in my life, all my life, when I don't touch a video game, for example, if you finish one level, and they say next level, the more the level, the harder it becomes. So if Buhari gave you change to next devil, and they have shaken many of you to your, in fact, to your foundation. If you ask this one, they will say, Baba, na grace of God, will they take leave? I say, it be like saying that the only thing where they are available right now be that in Nigeria, or grace of God. Because nobody will tell you how they survive. But you can see the stress. You can see the frustration. You can see the pressure on everyone's face. When you ask, how far? See, my brother, in this country, now only grace of God if you take survive. I say, well, not the other arm. Because some people don't get the grace. So if you see some people, you go pity them beyond anything. Are you with me? So now they are bringing you renewed hope, which is going to be like a stage 3. Wallahi, You will now see the Remi Werepe. You know Remi? Sure, you know Remi very well. Remi Werepe will now be a new version, a different one of Aisha Buhari. Shele stupid. You will get what you deserve. Continue to launch them on, continue to push them on and say, what do you want us to do? What do you, stop insulting our leaders. Amy, insult your leaders or insulting the crooked criminals you call leaders. That's what I'm doing. No, not your leader. They are not leaders. They are crooked criminals. garbed in the loin of something that looks like they are lead. They are not. That's not how leadership is. So be very, very careful for what you wish for. That is what will take me to Osun, where our man Ajogba Trophy, Ade Dancer, he was sworn in today as the governor of Osun State. For the first time in a long time, after 12 years, normalcy, him to me, part of waiting first bring confusion to Osun. Number one was when Aregbe Mugbo, I was somewhere in Ekpe Garage. Yeah, Ekpe Garage in Ijebu when the breaking news, court declared Aregbe Mugbo the winner. Oyinlola to vacate governor's house. Aregbe Mugbo on his way to Osogbo to be sworn in. They dance. I said, wow, that's democracy. Because me said no like PDP. I said, that's democracy. Yes. Progressive. Like something where, you know me, I just like underdog. I don't know why. I just like underdog to sort of stomp or tramp the big Ben. You know what I mean? I like that. So back then when I was in Nigeria, they do GNLD. Sure, you know GNLD. That's a supplement, a food supplement product. I was dealing with my customers, you know, all these drivers, traders, all of them, too much wahala, too much pressure. So after checking their BP, checking everything, I give them some recommend. I recommend or prescribe some of these supplements for them. So I was busy doing that, making my money and all of that. The breaking news, they say Aregbe Mugbo declared. Now so the word of Osun turned upside down. They brought in, first he came in with Awolowo Bobo. People love that. Yeah, he's going to be, you know, like this. Suddenly they said, no, don't be Osun State again, then be State of Osun. Aregbe, waiting be all this now. Then they started dressing like, you know, all this, wearing the primary school uniform and the rest of that, like, you know. Then before you know it, they started what they called Ono Baba Ono. Ile Baba Ile, school Baba school. Hospital Baba hospital. Everything is Baba, 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 this, Baba, that. Meanwhile, Osun was entering a new era completely. The era of half salary or no salary at all. The era of adjusting to the new poverty scheme that they are trying to. Osun people, where they watch me today, they are used to it too. They love Aregbe to some extent too. He's rugged, he could face anybody. Aregbe is this or that. But when he was sharing the poverty with them, he was using Allah. Mufi Allah. Allah. See, Shari, I know Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah. He was stealing them. He was looting them. He was dipping them in the generational poverty that God knows. How are you going to be out of that today? And I mean, it got to a point, Osun State became bankrupt. Go and read about it. Aregbe Mugbo bankrupted Osun. To the point that when people are cashing, when they are collecting their allocation every month, Osun people know they expect anything. Anything that they expect when they have used all their allocation to pay debts. It's true story. So the confusion lasted. You go see Osun, they say, no. Some people are collecting full salary. It's because PDP looted our state. PDP destroyed our state. And Aregbe is trying to make sure everything work out fine for us. So some people, level 10, they are collecting half. Level, I say, last, all that money ended in his pocket. But guess what? It could probably have been on the run, number one, if APC, Egbekegbe, if they never gained the center in 2015. That is something that now made Aregbe Mugbo Baba Kabiru a godfather in Osun. Now so they go there. Now them first start all this work. Aregbe Mugbo will print jersey, different jersey for different civil servants in Osun. They will give them a kete. They will start marching them on the street to go and show solidarity to Aregbe Mugbo. They said, oh yes, oh food, oh job, oh boss, oh school, oh this, oh that. All of them bobo that disappeared immediately vamoosed from the space. Why am I telling you this? In my book, in this their fraudulent demonstration of grace that started 23 years ago, Osun people, like many other parts of Yoruba land, they have never been lucky. Now, Osun is counted among one of the poorest states in Nigeria, a supposedly rich state, a rich people with rich culture and rich in everything, except making choice of being part of Nigeria, which they didn't make. Aregbe Mugbo Tifnumbu's cousin took over. Ole Tola. Now, Ole Tola is considered. When Aregbe Mugbo was doing all his LGBT, Ole Tola was, I think he's a chief of staff. I've been a secretary to the state government, whatever. It was part of the government. His job was to monitor him. His cousin to Tifnumbu, Igbin Iragbiji. That was where the Igbin Iragbiji came from. Ole Tola, cousin to Tifnumbu, they are Igbins of Iragbiji. Aregbe Mugbo told us. They muddled everything, bankrupted the state, looted what they could loot. And when they are done with all of that, they put Ole Tola there. Well, guess what? Ole Tola is a little bit different. Because from record, Ole Tola grew up in Osun. Aregbe Mugbo grew up in Lagos, Alimosho, where he was a known refrigerator repairer before politics came in 1998, 1999, and good enough, he was one of the lucky ones to work with the Chicago returning drug baron or drug money launderer or the drug dealer's banker, Tifnumbu. So Ole Tola, when he came in, and he saw all the damages, he saw what they did, right? There's barely what he could do, but he did something. There is no record that he actually looted them blindly. In fact, there is a record where now Osun is collecting their allocation. They've been collecting their allocation. Ole Tola has been paying back the debt left by Aregbe Mugbo. Aregbe Mugbo is not happy. They cut the long story short. Today, the people of Osun, they welcome Ajogba Trophy, Ade Dancer. We have Ade Pointer of Lagos. That one is a Sonweku. We now have Ajogba Trophy, Ade Dancer, or put it this way, Governor Adeleke or Jackson, Governor Adeleke Jackson of Osun. And the first thing they did is to say, Ewa, Aregbe Mugbo don't turn our head like mad for this past year. First thing first, there's something like state of Osun. Now Osun state, period. His announcement. I can't wait when he will begin to give us all these different. You are electing clowns, and you are complaining of a circus. Expect a great circus show. And on MaiyegundsDiary Politico, I can always put them all together so that you can see the picture of the future that they're asking you to be ready to feature in, even though you have no choice in how it's going to happen. Governor Ade Dancer of Osun. Sorry, guys, don't take it personal, okay? I like him. I like Dancer. I like people who feel happy and the rest of that. The joke is on you. When you begin to complain that he's not doing what he said he's going to do, then the joke is on you. Excellency, welcome in Governor Ade Jackson. Somebody said, "Omo, we know here waiting they talk, Jerry. Everything just they do." I was like, even if you hear waiting they talk, you go remember after 2 weeks or after 1 month, you go remember. Majority of everybody where they there right now, they just want to know what you asked for them after the whole show. Those who are looking to get appointment, those who are looking to get content, those they have told that they will give job to, and the rest of them. Everybody just did there like say formality last Sunny. Here you get. I have witnessed a change of government in my own state, like 2-3 times before I left Nigeria, and being a vocal person as well. So I participated in some of them, not directly, but indirectly, because it affects my own organization in a way. And I can tell you this, it's absolute nonsense. When the new people take power, you will realize that a majority of them, they have been waiting for their chance. They will besiege their local government secretariat. They want to be chairman. They want to be this. They want to be that. They will be telling that it's like because those who are occupying those places now, they are going to leave. So you see all these ones where they shout, they scream, they say, "What's it concerned with? Oh, give us appointment, Jare. We'll go shop. Time don't they go." Do you understand that now? So that's exactly what is going on there. But for me, I'm going to say congratulations to you, Osun people. Whether now waiting you want or not, now waiting you get be that now. And at the end of the day, it won't be long before you realize that next time you have to be very, very careful for what you wish for. Like I said, all of them are working for one Nigeria. So do we really have any pity for them at all, other than the people believing them? Well, that's up to those. That's up to you. So I'm going to go make myself. I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. And this way, I'm going to draw my own curtains. I'm thinking I should take calls since we have a little bit of time, and then we can call it a night after that. Okay. So if you're watching me right now on Facebook, on YouTube, you can take a moment and still like this broadcast. And if this is your first time, you can possibly subscribe if you want to. Okay, or however you want. But don't go anywhere. I have a message here for the rogues, the patriotic Nigerians abroad who have, they said I should always leave this message for you in case if you think that people are indeed still stupid to listen to some of you who are living safely outside Nigeria, but continue to encourage these relics to keep gambling with the future of others right there, okay? So I'll leave this with you, and when I get back, I'll start taking calls. Don't go anywhere.
When I know waiting, they annoy me pass for this election matter. Those of you now where be say, una there abroad. Una there abroad, now come out for this country because una they find good life for una self and una children. I make una run comot because this country is not good. You not let una stay. I make una run comot. But you can't comot now. They abroad. They from there they campaign for PDP and APC. We kill this country. We make this country dey like this. So we not make you feel stay. You still they campaign for them. Now Google kill you. Now Ogun, there is no two ways about it. Ogun go do collaboration with Thunder, fire you. The way you take go empty-handed, now that empty-handed, now you take come back. You they enjoy the good things of life, oh. You see, government provide good road for them. Security you get. What anything way that you they pay for, they receive and they receive light, good road, good social amenities. But you they say make we see the vote for this PDP and APC for here where you live, where you because of a wrong. It not go better for you. Anything where you lay your hand upon for that side, it not go move forward. Not because now come on. Now wait till you bring upon yourself. Now they receive so. Because I can you imagine how this country don't die rich? The thing can't pay you. You can't run. You don't even consider people where it still run no way not female can reach there. All of them back for Libya road. Today now that they kidnap who they kidnap. They send videos to their loved ones for yeah. May that they bring out some money as they occupy their picking. You can't see get mad because you don't cross. You don't dare obodo ibo. Anyhow we work out for yeah. You not concern you again. You still the campaign. You still you get mad on your useless phone. On your useless phone, we go put you for trouble. Say you they campaign for all these old men we kill this country. You not go better for you. Anything where you lay your hand upon for good, you not go prosper. You will never see light in your life. The way you say they pray for darkness for this country, light go run from you. Every good things of life go run for you. You go run
and listening to us. Nigeria, APC from top to bottom, top to bottom. Top to bottom.
Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. Yeah.
Kala. Alhamdulillah. Kala.
Yawa. You know this top to bottom way this will talk.
Yeah.
You know say Tinubu says talk that top to bottom.
In Lagos yesterday now.
In talk that top to bottom.
Now next devil that they go so.
Extra devil.
extra devil I mean.
Extra devil.
And I said something about Remi Werekwe. You've had Peshe, you've had Aisha. I mean you have Aisha. Imagine what Remi Werekwe will talk for them.
Ishebo Buhari. Ishebo Buhari. Don't be Ishebo Buhari.
Ishebo Buhari. Okay then. That's a new one. Oh.
You see, Maiyegun.
My brother.
I don't understand our people. This girl we just caught finish, but
yeah.
You know, see, yesterday I've been day one birthday like that. So as I did that birthday now, you know, a normal, we and the guy where they tell you about now, after you say
your
come, country, yeah. So as you come there in wife's birthday, we just did Google Akowa. So you know, politics just can't enter. So one person, we can't get to meet other people, you know, friends, friends of friends, you understand, like that.
Yep.
So one person can't see the way I talk. You can't ask me, who are you supporting now? Money me? How? Look, I am not supporting anybody. And she said, no, you have to support. I say, no, look, let me explain something to you.
Mm-hmm.
You say I have to support someone, then you don't get it. And I will tell you one thing. Me supporting a candidate from here in Nigeria when I know I'm not going to vote.
Yes.
And I know the truth that voting in Nigeria is a fraud.
Yes.
You know it, I know it. But we might be hypocritical about it. we might be neglecting it, we might be pushing it away, we might be buying our way around it just to make us feel good. I woke up to reality. I don't want to support anybody because I know it doesn't
After
work.
knowing what I know, then I'll be
after knowing what I know,
yeah,
and trying to support someone
and be supporting somebody from here is absolute bullshit.
I am enjoying good life. I am enjoying everything that someone is supposed to enjoy, no matter how rich or poor you are. Normal feeding shouldn't be a problem. Getting money to do whatever you want to do in life shouldn't be a problem. But in Nigeria, they make it look like it is luck if you are rich, or it is luck if you are able to feed.
And it is God's will that you are poor. So if God has mercy on you, then you will stop being poor, which is not true.
So why do you want me to support anybody? The bad idiots, the Obi people they there, Tinubu people they there. Now only Atiku. See, I'm not a supporter of Atiku. They laugh. I say I'm not a supporter of those bad idiots. Then they there, my friend they there, I'm not a supporter of bad idiots. One can say, I money, I'm not a supporter of Obidients. Even we were once, you are not rescuing anything. Will follow Makati. But you have to be in one place. Money. Okay, when I want here, even if I want to support somebody, say I want support too, I will support someone that you know is not even popular. To you is not popular, but is doing the job. Sure, that is the only person I will support. Apart from that, I am a supporter of my own race as a Yoruba.
Everybody just going away.
To their separate ways. You guys, all of you here, you have lived in the south, you have lived in the west. Me, I am a Yoruba. I was born in the north. I grew up in the north. I know every single thing in the north that you don't have any idea of. You understand? So there is no way that you want me to support things like that. Never, never, never. It's never going to work.
Here you go.
So trying to tell me that I need to support someone, no. No, it's like I am an hypocrite. I'm an hypocrite. Mugu, mugu, which is wrong. And for Aisha Buhari, they were all of them were looking. Some people some that I just met yesterday there, they were looking like, where this one? Who be this one again? Most
so
of them play pure.
That there is somebody who actually knows all of these characters and is bold enough to say none of them appeal to me, because even if they pretend they have good intention, I know better than some of you here because I know the system that they are speaking from. None of them can do anything for you until that system goes. That system has to go first before anything else can happen. But if that doesn't make any sense to them, then you are going to be you're going to be the somebody who is a different person in the room.
Yeah. But Maiyegun, as I was looking at them each, wallahi, I can see that they felt it. What I said there, they felt it. You know, just some things that you talk about. I pinpoint one or two things, I pinpoint some kind of strong point, and gave them, and they were all like, you know what? I want you guys to go on maybe you can take your time and go on MaiyegunDiary political.
Just go and listen for some,
guys. Just go and listen.
Random talk. Just go there.
Even if it's insulting your favorite, don't listen to his insult. Just listen to what he has to say. Listen. It takes time. Like it takes hours, but that hours that you're going to spend, there are some of his broadcasts that you're going to listen to, and you will be like, man, this is the best place I would ever be. You will come back later. You will thank me later. I might not be able to tell you
right?
more.
For the sake of our listeners, the reason why I did that is just to say, and I keep saying that all the time. I said, listen, there's nothing I say on MaiyegunsDiary political that people don't know. What I do differently is that I kind of link all the stories together.
Awake their conscience.
And then I want you to start thinking beyond they are just news, like regular. And you begin to see how much of those things even affect you, whether you are in Nigeria or you are not. Now that can get you thinking. Trust me, even if you don't like me, if you take a listen to
Maiyegun,
like,
and there is something. You see, all what you said, it's not as if I, as a person, I cannot. I can tell people a lot. I can tell them this, tell them that. Put it together just the way you put it. But sometimes if you are speaking to people that probably you often meet, you often see, they might not want to take you serious. You understand? But they hear it from another person, from another place. You can,
that can
but that really
differently, yeah.
Yes. But anything
But you know one thing that I have noticed, people who listen to Maiyegun, wherever they are all over the world, whenever they are talking, listen to this. So you probably will confirm that to some extent. So people who actually listen to Maiyegun, using the talking point of what they heard here in their own word, right? All over the world, most of them have come back to say, I was talking somewhere and somebody just said, sorry, why are you talking like you have been listening to that boy called Maiyegun? Do you know Maiyegun? And they'll be like, yes, I listened to him. That it's not hard to tell because people who listen to Maiyegun, they don't get angry. They raise points that are so insulting to other people in a way. And they are not hard to see or notice in every gathering. They'll say,
there's no reason for you to be angry just because you're trying to
just
tell
keep dropping
people
the point. Keep dropping them.
But the people that are trying to prove something that is wrong to make it look like it's right, they will be enraged, like they will be angry whenever you bring a point up.
They become defensive. And when they become defensive, right? When they become defensive, they become incoherent. In most cases, they take it personal. At some point, they will take it personal because they have nothing to say.
Of course, but you see, the people that were there for you, like they just listened. Like they just calmed down, they were listening because it's normal. You just listen because I knew where I came from. I knew the angle I came into. So they just had to calm down and just listen. And everything was going smooth. But I just said, go and listen to Maiyegun. Probably you will get it. And then Aisha Buhari.
Yes.
When I went on Twitter, I seen that boy. And I see the post, and I went on the same post. Maiyegun retweet. I said something. I said, until you people from the north begin to speak up, what you just did is just a tip from the iceberg. You will continue until you continue speaking up and continue to face such a thing before you understand that.
But Ahmed,
you guys have been
I'm glad you mentioned that too. But let's be sincere. Northern Nigeria have always been outspoken. Remember Jonathan? Until Buhari came, and suddenly, like, I don't know, everything just say, even when, they are killing Northerners more now than they were under Jonathan. Yeah? But they are like,
Maiyegun, the kind of their outspoken is hypocritical and they are just biased. If you are not a Muslim, if you are not an Hausa person, they will speak against you. What I said there was, until you begin to speak against the criminals that you have, forget it. You will not get anywhere. These are the people that are doing until you begin to speak against them and begin to face what this guy is facing before you understand the wrath they have brought to you.
Ahmed.
What they did to this guy, they will do a lot if you don't keep on speaking. They will continue, they will intimidate you and they will put you to silence. Keep on speaking. We did. Keep on speaking. Maiyegun, make I leave and make some else.
Thank you, Ahmed. Make I take another one. Just nice one, Baba. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good evening.
Babo, how far?
Yes, sir. I'm well. It's about the family.
Well, I do well. We thank God, though. About everybody, man.
Yes. Everybody's doing fine. Everybody doing great. Morning contribute to this.
Oh, yeah, now about see. How are you? Yeah.
Everything, Google programming, the man every single time. I always watch everything.
God bless.
And you know, it's a Sheleni, glory to the Aisha Buhari. It's very unfortunate.
It is
when group of citizens of a country don't even understand the duty of a first lady. If a first lady just disappears for months, years, and out of nowhere she just reappears. After reappearing, she looks like more good and more better, no question, no anything, and you're making comments. First lady spending exactly. First lady is spending the money of of the masses, and they got the person arrested. You know, and that is exactly how you know when a country is a dictatorial country and a failed state.
Yes.
Nothing more, nothing less. Nigeria is ruled by military. In Agbada, that's just what it is. Because in a democratic state, there should be nobody should get arrested.
Slap Macron a few days ago.
For
That
just,
person will slap Macron,
making a comment.
probably will be in jail for maybe 2 years or 3 years, but they're not going to treat him like he's not human being.
Exactly. And to even make the issues even worse, right? Regular Nigerians, when you have a conversation with them, they will be using United States of America as an example. Me, I live in the United States of I lived in the United States of America.
Yes.
Every single first lady that I've known since when I've been in this country since 2010, I know what type of job that all of them have. All of them have their own personal job, and on the other side, they are doing their first lady's duty. Our current president, Joe Biden, his wife, she has been a teacher for God knows when. Until today, as the first lady of the country, she's still a teacher.
Yes, she is.
Everybody knows her job. She's still teaching. She's still teaching as a first lady. And apart from that, if she's doing her international duties, she traveled to all the military bases all around the world to kind of like give the soldiers like morale.
Exactly. The job.
Ginger them up, have like dinner with them, have a conversation with people, go to like different countries, discuss about education.
In Nigeria, Baba, in Nigeria, Nigerian first ladies, whether in a state or whether in a federal, they call something pet project. They will say helping children, helping women. You know why? So that they can get their own annual budget like everybody else. There's the office of the first lady, 200 billion naira for our pet project.
Exactly.
Sure you get. But I mean, Baba, come on. But
Maiyegun, you know the annoying part. I have a question. Anyone in Nigeria that is listening to your program tonight and they are still on live, they need to listen to this. When is the last time the first lady of Nigeria visits whatever IDP camp that they are calling in Nigeria? Asylum camp. When is the last time? When is the last time a first lady visited asylum camp in Nigeria? Because there is no IDP. It's asylum camp.
Refugee camp.
When is the last time? Refugee camp and asylum camp. Maybe combine with asylum.
Exactly. People running from somewhere to somewhere, or people running from war to safety. You are right, Baba.
Exactly. Somebody running from Borno to Ogun State. Is that not seeking asylum in Ogun State? Asylum.
Yes.
When is the last time a first lady visited any concentration camp or asylum camp? When is the last time? But Nigerians will not open their head to think. And again, to even round my conversation up before I drop my conversation for somebody else, I want obedience, my obedient brothers and sisters, that they don't open their ears to listen. Me, I don't support any presidential candidate. Even the only presidential candidate that is even having a conversation that makes sense along a democratic line right now, which is Omoyele. I'm not supporting him either. But it's making some sense.
But we know the system is rigged. It's a waste of time.
I understand.
Participating,
Baba. You see that?
Baba, participating is validating it. You can't participate and then turn around and say it's corrupt, it's bad. Don't participate at all.
Exactly.
Then go tackle it.
Exactly. There's no
participating.
Yes, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That
help me.
Even though Omoyele Sowore has a good idea,
yes.
You see that system called Nigeria system.
Yes.
Omoyele Sowore cannot beat that Nigeria system.
No,
it's impossible.
No.
So the more you try to conduct election, you are feeding that Nigeria system to grow more wings.
Sure, you get.
The only solution is to destroy that Nigeria system. And if you destroy that Nigerian system, the only result that will come out after destroying that Nigerian system is a disintegration of that system. Disintegration of everything called Nigeria.
Will give meaning to democratic, democratic experience, so to say. To me,
exactly.
Once that system collapse from the rubble,
everybody will have a headway.
Exactly. Tell them.
Yes. And again, today, right? I was listening to channel television this afternoon, right? And they were talking about political like INEC places, right? INEC offices getting burned down, blah 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 blah. So I made a comment. Under the thing. I said, fellow Obidients, make sure all of you get your sneakers and your backpack ready. Because when the Nigeria system rigged the election against Obidients or against Obi, I want to make sure all of you come outside. We don't sit down inside the house, because when we are telling you support Biafra, you say no. Support Yoruba nation, you say no. It's only Obidients. So when the Nigeria system rigged that election against Obi, all of you better come outside. They say, oh, shut up your mouth. All of them are abusing me. Shut up your mouth. What are you talking about? What is it? We are the one that we are going to vote. The youth are more. Money the youth. I think election thought you rigged. You guys did not vote. Yes, thought you rigged election. You guys did not vote. You guys did not vote yet. An election is already rigged. And I was telling them, I said, all those INEC offices that they are getting burned down, do you think it's the citizens that are burning the office down?
Coincidence now, or an electric fire, and the rest of
they
that.
They do not understand.
Baba, they have 36.
A whole minute. But the day that I know, that Nigeria is completely done for, it is the day that Ministry of Finance got burned down, and there is no investigation. No investigation.
Baba, make I tell you one. You know, they have 37 state commissioners. Well, 36 state INEC commissioners, and one federal capital territory, commissioner, Abi, making 37. Out of that 37, 17 of them are card-carrying members of APC, Egbekegbe, and they have positioned them where they needed them to do the job across Nigeria. People are getting ready they are getting PVC, Abi. Did they abuse you now, Abi? Don't worry.
One thing I want to tell our elders is that even though if they think like we the youth, right, maybe they are following Nigeria politics, it's a lie. There is a lot of us that we are just youth. Me right now that I'm talking to you, I'm just 32 years old of age. And I've known a lot of things about Nigeria. How did I know? Listening to people like you, listening to people like Simon Ekpa, listening to people like Bodako Iki, listening to people like all these intellectuals that they are enlightening people, and also listening to people like, Omo Elisho were here and there, because there are some secrets that he always leaks. He always says some things that is everywhere.
Exactly.
There's so much around. So I pick all the necessary information that I know how to pick, that I want to pick. But anytime somebody is talking about the unity of Nigeria, because there is nothing like unity of Nigeria. There is nothing like unity of Nigeria. So all those little information, I get all those little, and I do research on it, because
unity is not just a word. Unity is not just a word. You don't just say it. There are things you have to do that will bring unity. They are not doing that. So it's a lie. Anybody wants to unity nonsense, it's just pure lies.
Exactly. There is nothing like unity. And this is not about hate. No. I don't hate any ethnic group that comes out of that contraction. I do not hate any. I love everybody, because we are all human. And what they call religion is love. If you are religious, you have to love your neighbor as yourself. That is how it is in the Bible and in the Quran. And also in Ojupa is love. You have to love each other. So I don't hate anybody. But when you do something that is affecting another innocent man, then we're going to have a problem. Even though it is a Yoruba man that is doing something that affects an Igbo man.
That is how it should be, okay? Now, if you as a Yoruba man who is a stakeholder, supposedly a stakeholder in Nigeria, even though they don't respect any stakeholder anywhere, okay? Now, I am a Yoruba man, I'm supposed to be a stakeholder in that part of Nigeria, right? Now, when we talk about the things that have pushed people to the edge, that made many people to feel like, no, I don't want to be part of it anymore. And people are saying a lot of things about Nigeria today. If you look at them mostly, right? Yes, corruption is not new, okay? Abuse of power is not new. Impunity and the rest are not new, okay? But there is a particular tribe that there are particular tribe from a particular region, particular part of Nigeria that are associated with the Islamic terrorism called Boko Haram, that are associated with the Fulani terrorists. These are, we know them. Now, if we talk about
we know them.
You should not criminalize us or gaslight us.
All Fulanis are not terrorists. All Fulanis are not terrorists. But they are the bad egg among them, terrorizing the entire other ethnic group. That's the problem. But instead of the system, instead of that, the people holding power right now, that they come from the same lineage of those Fulani, instead of them correcting their own, they are not correcting their own. They are leaving their own to do a free for all.
And we are seeing that. And we are seeing that.
You know what I'm saying? That is
you get. So
people
how
don't
then do you
understand.
explain to us? Yeah, how do you then explain to us?
It's not, that's not the conversation. It's just like us now. Say I'm the president of Nigeria. God forbid, it will never happen. But say I'm the president of Nigeria and I'm a Yoruba man. So now I should now say like, okay, they should start killing people around here. It is not like that. Exactly. It is not like that. I need to, as a president of a Nigeria, God forbid, and I'm a Yoruba man, I'm going to tell all of them that, okay, all the military
deal with everybody and
Nigeria,
genuinely
assemble on this location and flush all of them out. Every single one of them, and flush all of them out, because you are not destroying the name just like that. You are destroying everything that forms that unity.
Eventually.
That is what you are destroying. And that is what this all this one Nigerian is. That is what they don't understand. I don't understand. Maybe their head is like coconut head. There is no water inside. You will tell them from January to December, they will still not understand. But I'm just trying to let everybody know that there are some of us that we are very, very hidden. We don't come outside, but we are learning from what everybody are doing. And we are just young. We are still young. And by the time it gets to that point, we will change narrative.
Yes.
So I just want to like Biafra nation, Yoruba nation, or the defense of the entire South. It is the paramount thing that we need to do right now. The defense of the South. It's not just Nigeria anymore. It is the defense of the South. Because
if we really want to keep our generations after
if we want to keep our identity, but if we want to keep our identity, we need to defend the South.
We
need to defend the South. That's the only solution right now. We need to defend the South. And once we defend the South,
let me take another one, Baba. I like your passion.
Thank you very much, Baba.
You stay safe, Baba, and keep keep following. We'll get there. I have another caller on the line, again from the US, I believe, or somewhere else. Hello there.
Yeah, US. Maiyegun the General.
Wow. How are you, sir?
This is Windy City, Lonsoro.
Windy City. You really call? I think, sir, I think I have some once in a while where I kind of always push that your reactionary button, right? That you just can't look away, like this one tonight.
That was yesterday, because whatever today I'm not really interested in Buhari's wife.
Okay.
You see, because what do you expect? What do you expect? There's something we say in the US that if you wrestle with a pig, the pig will enjoy it, but you will come out all muddy. So let them swim with they already picked their pig since 7 years ago. Let them be swimming with it. I'm sorry. So, but yesterday,
yes, sir.
I just want to say a few things about yesterday.
Please.
First of all, you see the left hand of Kolu that you guys were talking about. He wasn't holding anything. That was the early set of Parkinson.
That's what I thought as well.
Right.
But it could be. Meanwhile, I realized that. I think it was just for the moment when we're having that chance, right? Because ordinarily, it doesn't have to hold the catheter. What do they call it? Catheter or something.
It's called catheter. Catheter.
Whatever.
It doesn't have to hold it. We have two bags.
Right.
We have two bags.
Right.
There's when he's out and about, we have something that is strapped to, they call it leg bag.
Right.
They strap it to. Then when he's in bed at night, they change it to night bag.
Okay.
So
a bigger one.
And you were right. Yeah, you were right. The guy that spoke about the Alzheimer, it was on. She was on point.
Right. So tell us about the early stage of McKinsey you noticed on the left hand.
The that's part of, you see, when you say Alzheimer is just the heading. Right. Under Alzheimer's, you have that's where you have Parkinson, Lou Gehrig diseases. It depends on individual what they come out with.
Right.
Okay.
I'm following.
So as far as Kolu is concerned, is on early stage. Early stage of Alzheimer. You see, you'll be able to do what we call ADL, activities of daily living.
Activities of daily living.
ADL. Of daily living. Yeah, ADL. Okay.
And what does that mean?
Now, ADL means you'll be able to shower, dress himself,
right,
and eat,
right,
by himself.
Right.
Those are the activities of daily living. Things that me and you we do every day.
Like normally, yeah, okay. Like go to the bathroom.
That's what we call.
I'm feeling pressed. I want to use the toilet. We'll be able to feel that. Walk straight there and use that. Okay.
Yes. As far as going to the bathroom, he might have a weak bladder.
Yeah.
You see, when people see that he pee on himself, that's a muscle at the end of the rectum, and that's a muscle at the end of not the end of the main genital area. As we grow up,
right,
the muscle is the one that actually, when you pee, when you want to pee, it relaxes, you pee, then it tightens back. If it's weak, that's when you cannot hold your urine.
Control.
So another thing that causes that is BPH.
And what is that?
That's when you have BPH is your prostate.
Yeah, the
prostate.
Okay.
If a large prostate will squeeze the passage of the urine, and you cannot empty all your bladder, the content of your bladder. Okay?
Right.
So you see, he might he already pee, put his thing away, and walk and he will leak. So he's on early stage. And before I forgot what the reason why the title I want to give this call is the Hausas or the Northerner, they are closing the deal. You know when you close the deal?
Right. Tell us.
Okay. Like in America, if you want to go and buy a car, or if you want to build a new house, be going to the bank, do this, get the contractor. The day you close the deal,
I get that. Okay.
The day you close the deal, is the day you sign the contract.
The day you sign
that means now it's legally binded. You see what the Northerners are doing. They know they already know his predicament. Okay, and they are pushing him. He's on early stage. When he goes to the second stage, that's when the normal thing that he's supposed to be able to pronounce, he will be finding very difficult to find words.
Like he will think them, but you won't just have the what it takes to put them together and make a sentence, right?
Yes. So when he gets to that point, when he gets to that point in the United States, that's when they take the keys away. You cannot drive anymore.
Yeah.
You're becoming too dangerous. So if Tinubu win the presidency and he get there, at that point,
so they're just
the Sulaiman or whatever is the Sulaiman or whatever they call it. Yeah, what's the name of the vice president? The one that says he's going to be in charge of security. He's going to take over. So while you are there, Yoruba, Atiku
àtúbọ̀tán wọn ò ní dáa. Tọ́ba kúre wọn ní súre, wọ́n máa parun tọmọtọmọ ni because this is what they're going to do. Wọ́n rò pé àwọn máa ráyè wọlé, they will be thinking that okay, if Bola Ahmed win the presidency and his condition go down south to the point that okay, Shettima is not in charge. They think they will be able to. He will put them under the same umbrella, and no. They'll still be stealing and everything. But I got the news for them. That man is going to get rid of all of them.
And I think he can't I think he can't wait to get rid of all of them.
And let me tell you, okay, the reason why I call this they closing the deal. Where will Yoruba be? This Somali will now come back. Ejo, we need to go. Because where they've been, they try to that's why they not cheated. Because you see, they will be locked out. They will now come back. You see, because the more the progression of the disease, it doesn't get better. There's no cure. You see, what causes Alzheimer is Yoruba, they call it plaque. Plaque, yeah. If you go to the dentist, you see the white teeth and everything, but when they do the cleaning, scrape plaque, that thing.
Okay. Plaque.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is in the brain. And the more it is plaque. So you see, rust is deep better. Somebody can deep better. I mean, so the thing is called plaque. I saw this thing. I saw human brain. I'm telling you from experience. This is my job.
It's like some brain cells that are like degenerating and they're like not rebuilding.
No,
they say our cells rebuild themselves.
No. The plaque will be migrating little by little. Frontalis, which is your front head, right? For thinking, everything, they started going.
Gradually.
Last stage, these people that have Alzheimer, they won't even remember to swallow food.
Yeah.
That's how bad this thing is.
Wow.
I will have to call to let Yoruba knows. Don't sign up.
Don't sign up. So, when this
if they think, yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Go on, sir.
If they think, you see, you said something long time ago that if this man happened to be one of their father, would they do him like this?
Very honest question. But when I now saw Sheyi doing all he's doing, I didn't wish to repeat the question again. I was just like, well, maybe some of them will do it anyway.
Because they're doing it because of a baby. Don't you okay? Right now. There's no way they can get to the money. Because the whole idea, not that they love Nigeria, they don't even love Tinubu. You see? Yoruba, they don't even love him, but they love the idea that we follow him, we push him. When he get there, minister. I got news for them. Shettima will block them like they block Baba Tanku.
Pastor Ruga.
What? Yeah. You see the way they just turn him to an houseboy. These people, you see how they turn him to an houseboy now. You see those people that follow Tinubu. People that, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Windy City, I'm still with you.
People that follow Tinubu, they won't even have the privilege of being announced, but they'll be excommunicated. Because this man said
what did you say? Oh, you said something yesterday about reconciliation, whatever in my put.
And now, any restructuring my put now. To hell with restructuring.
So, chauffeur Yoruba, chauffeur Fadana, chauffeur Yoruba, nínú ìjọba ẹ̀.
Time will tell.
Nígbà tí Tinubu bá ti di vegetable.
So, thank you so much.
What they are signing for, what they are signing, Yoruba sign for is bad. Have a good night. Thank you very much.
We are waiting for the delivery man.
Have a good night.
And you too, sir. Thank you so much.
Have a good night, Maiyegun.
Thank you, sir. Now, I have another caller on the line. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, this person is not ready to listen to his call. They seems to be following the conversation on the TV. And I understand that. Hello there.
Maiyegun,
Baba.
General.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I am very well, Lord. Thank you for asking. How are you, sir?
Well, thank God.
Right.
Maiyegun, I just have 2 points to make.
Please go
ahead. Before I go on.
Please.
Yes. Thank you. Before I go on, there is this particular, we that is the diaspora.
Yes.
We often blame those back home. And we too, some of us are playing our part in a positive way. Some are not playing in a positive way. We do support those back home to even add to their stupid ways of behavior. But I will give you just a very simple example before I make my 2 points.
Now go on, please.
You often told us, please like the Maiyegun General, share it, do your offering, do your this. These are basic things.
Just simple.
We are in the diaspora. We don't show this example. You look at your the view now. We're about 1.7.
Yes.
Less than 500 people have hit the like button. Where is the culture?
Of reminding people. You know what I figured out here? You know what I figured out about that? Yeah. I will continue to remind people anyway, but majority of our people, they are so interested in typing in that comment section, engaging and all of that. And many others are watching on their TV, you know, that big screen and all that. So once they put it on, they just relax like this and just watch.
Yeah, but even if they do that, even after before you, like somebody like me, what I do, as soon as I enter, as soon as I get the reminder, that the first thing, if there's anything to be typed, just click the like button. Show example. That is a culture. It's like when you come to church, today is Sunday, you went to church. Yes. Before you do anything, you lead them and pray before you can even start singing. Just let's make that as a culture. You can't be preaching people back home, sitting in that to do the right thing. You that are here are not doing anything different from them because these are like that zombie mentality. You understand? Let's develop this culture. Let's start so that whenever people come say, oh, these are culture when you go to MaiyegunDiary, do this thing. You can't be doing the reminding thing. Yeah, before you settle down, Maiyegun be saying it before you settle down. Drop your offering.
I know.
But they don't drop the offering. What are the problems? Is it the preacher not entering for one?
I mean, they just want to listen and just go to bed and wait tomorrow again and come back. I mean, there should be some. I said, see, we will have 2,000, sometimes we have nearly 3,000 of us watching, and you will only see about 600, 500 people who have stopped to say like. And you're just like, I don't know. I don't want to spend all night reminding people to do that. Like if they don't, because everything is like, organic anyway. Like MaiyegunsDiary political members are like organic. People who just choose to come around. I'd never spend money to bring anybody onto my platform. So I just wonder why having over 2,000 people that are like, they just don't care. That's what I see it as, and I can't push it too much. I wish people would do it on their own, but thank you so much for even saying that. It's so much appreciated.
Thank you, Maiyegun. Thank you. It's good thing we should be reminded. Now, that brings me to my point. When you look at the whole thing, people back home, somebody like, I'm not, but by no means I'm not supporting anything concerning Nigeria. That's one must be completely, there. But when you look at somebody like Omoyele,
yes,
this man is contesting for Nigeria. Let's just go to Nigeria where of maybe they believe in the Obidients and believe their Tulumba and the rest of them.
Yes.
Where were those guys when EndSARS? if you look at the Showore's antecedent,
yes,
he had been supporting Nigerian youth.
I mean,
Showore had been shot with a gun.
Yes.
Showore have been jailed because of Nigeria.
Yes.
We have seen him being jailed. We have seen him being shot. We have seen him deprived of flying away from even ordinary Abuja. He's seated in Abuja for almost, I think, 3 to 2 years, if not more than. You know, Showore have been doing so many things have been done to this guy in fighting for you. Then, during the time of paying Showore back, all of you abandoned him and went a man he did not know. During the time of all the protests in Abuja, in the DSS headquarters, in the Nigeria Army headquarters, I've never seen Obi tweeted. Obi is now, I mean, man, I like him before now.
You know what I mean? Go on.
Yeah. Now, Obi have never tweeted, not even a single hello for NSAS. Atiku have never, but the same you to Showore who's supposed to be died, if Showore have died, will be urinating in his grave. Now, he's a stupid man. Yeah. So that makes me clearly Maiyegun to understand. Is this people what we are, the kind of risk we are taking for them? Do they really know what they are doing? You are sitting back home. If anything financially, the people at Diaspora ready to support you. But just do the right thing. All of a sudden you switch to Obi. How do you, that make sense? Obi is now a messiah. Yes, if Nigeria is a country where things work, and he cannot be wrong for anything. Yes, I will support him for anything.
As you are talking right now, if you get time, go read comment. They don't give you. Shut up your mouth. What do you mean? Is you working for Showore? Look at this Igbo man. He's not supporting his brother. But meanwhile, you've made your point very clear. Why, if people want to think, go on.
Yeah. They can use as much as they care. The man who came to their rescue, who even made Nigeria government, if the killing was supposed to be even one is bad, you know, in the country where I am now, if you kill one, president will just come out the next day, you know, and it will be like 100 died. But Nigeria army went there, even though they told about their flag, and if you see Nigeria army wave a flag and the rest of them, still they kill them.
Yeah.
The man who came to their rescue, apart from Showore, which is Mazinam Dekana, is languishing in dungeon. Nigerian youth didn't remember him. He was the one shouting, screaming every day in the radio.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something quickly.
Okay.
I have managed all the time to make all of us see that a lot of us are hypocrites. And may your hypocrisy never be tested. You know why I said that, All of us have our biases. We have it here and there. But I have never for once in my life, well, of recent, believed that even all of us, where they shout Buhari bad, Buhari bad, Buhari bad, the court said Nnamdi Kanu should be released. And everybody just switch. Hey, don't release him, oh. We know that he's working for Buhari. Yeah. Why are you releasing him when election is coming? Lock him up there till after election. I was like, that thing shocked me, oh. Until today, I still feel like, more. People where they shout injustice all this while. Maybe now because it's me. Maybe saying, they talk about injustice here for Biafra, for the Niger Delta, for the Middle Belt, here and then. So believing that I believe that everybody is a victim, that for the first time, whether we like it or not, court says Nnamdi Kanu has committed no crime. We should even use that as a leverage and say, Buhari, let him go. But they don't want him to go. That means some of them actually love what Buhari is doing. They are only complaining because it is affecting them. If it's not affecting them, then Buhari is fine. It shocked me. I just make a mention that one. When you mentioned Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, it's something that whenever some people make, and they look at the way they threaten us, if we talk, say, come back home, you know the home is not good. We normally when I talk to people here, I say, we say we travel, why do you live here? I say, we are escaping. We escape, not that we travel. We didn't travel. You know, I listened to you one day, you say, Nigeria I think Nigeria is leading you by 4-0 or so. Some of us, we are 8-0 already down before we left. We are trying to recover.
Yes.
You know, so you already start life when you're already in abroad, where you have no right in citizen where you are born.
You become angry,
so
when you realize what Nigeria have taken away.
When you realize, what you have lost,
It pains you and look back and be like, I could have probably been doing this like 15 years ago when I was younger. But look at me. Now I'm just doing it at this age. And look at how successful I've become. What if I've been doing this all this while? I could have probably been more successful, create other successful people, independent people. We could probably have had a better place that we won't hate ourselves this much. That we are looking for opportunities that if I see any Igbo man, and for any corner, I look for opportunity where I go stab him and demeanor kill him. But for public, we are one Nigeria. We love ourselves. See, lovely people. Like, what the hell is that? That's the asylum concentration camp they have built. They make us hate ourselves. They make us poorer, suspect ourselves. And look at us today.
No, Yoruba is our problem. Igbo is our problem.
When you live
Nigeria, but when the bullet to come, it doesn't target Yoruba Igbo.
When you live Nigeria, you don't hate people anymore. You don't hate anybody from where they come from anymore. You just look at them and say, well, you are my brother. I say, where are you from in Nigeria? I'm a Yoruba man. You be my brother. You don't hate them when you meet them in America. You don't hate them when you meet them in Europe. You just blend with them because you feel like you are my brother. But back home, what they did to us.
It's another level.
It is, and it's sad.
It's sad. It's very sad. And the culture, those who came to change the culture, we celebrate them. Now we refugee, even though officially no, but some youth who believe tomorrow is fine. He still celebrate to say, yes, it's good for him. Why did he test Nigeria? Nigeria is a mighty in army when you come to Bohokano and Shore. But the same Nigeria is using helicopter following their own train in their own cities, in their own country. Where have you done? A way that is in diaspora, they told us to be one. I mean, what is the language they use? Like love Nigeria and this and that.
You need to be patriotic.
You are telling me to be patriotic,
Maiyegun. Come on, stop talking bad about your country now. Come on, why can't you just be patriotic? Meanwhile, the people will get chance to fix the country. They are destroying the country. Where is patriotism there?
Yes. Maiyegun, how can I accuse me of not being patriotic? I'm in diaspora.
Yeah.
The money I make here, I went home and I drew the house. I brought some people here. I still keep breathing. I send the money home, taking my mother home to hospital, remitting money day by day. You that is as a governor or a minister or government worker, you are coming to another country to buy a house. Your children are
packing the money from
medication. You are coming.
Country. Yes.
You are packing the money. Yeah, we are the one bringing what the little we get. And you are taking the rest out. So me and you now who's supposed to be judged.
God will help me bless you.
Yeah.
Make I quickly call God. May he help me bless you this evening because he has to do that for you. Continue talking.
May bless you too.
I go ask God personally. May he help me bless you. Wait till you just talk now. But continue.
Yeah. So these are the things we should consider before you as a youth start following it. How can a country, the future of a country lie in a 70-year-old man hands? How that possible? Why do you not believe a 70-year-old man is Bible said that is at least 120 is the long you can live on this earth. So calculate you that is 35, 25 now carry shoulder, try to be King Kong, carry gun on the 25th of February, and 80-something years. The motivation is one motivating you.
Sure, you the mad. Now wait till me they ask them be that oh.
So you that brings me to my second point. You are now campaigning. You know what to make me angry on this broadcast to make me call.
Tell us.
I heard the interview they made by Buhari, so Aisha Buhari.
Yes.
You know, the word pains me there. Aisha, they ask Aisha, is APC going to win? He said, why do you ask that question? Aisha, as a wife of president, have not made a single speech about any killing within Nigeria. No. And it seems like the laziness of Nigeria the Buhari are referring to is based on the southern part. Because the southern part of Nigeria, I think their umumuna follow come. Now, tell me why would the president of a wife who is living abroad will ask that kind of question? Aisha Buhari campaigned for the husband.
Yes.
There are some people asking still in RDP house, that campaign 2014, 2015, they are still there. Then 7 years later, there's another campaign. that people have not yet gone to their home. Rather, some people have added to the number. If it was 2 million, they are now about 15, 20 million. I'm just giving you just a very roughly estimate. In the Belue alone, Belue governor was saying about how many million? It's about 20 something million people sitting in the RDP house. Then you campaign for those
over 20 million as we speak. 22 million out of school children. The number keeps growing. You are right. Continue, Baba.
You know why? This same woman went and campaigned to this RDP. Even if he didn't go in person, the campaign people that campaign for APC then went there to campaign. Those people voted in the RDP house. If there are 1 million, then 19 million have added to them.
So they
have not gone to their home.
Wow.
But the same woman is very bold to come out when they ask her on interview in front of camera and mic. He said, why do you do win? If it's a normal country, by now some women should be elected coming outside and protesting.
Wow.
Why would a woman say that? When you look at what is on ground, you should be ashamed. The same woman apologized that they have failed.
Yeah.
Now,
they should forgive her.
Forget the poverty.
Now she's recommending.
Yeah, forget the price of rice. Yeah, forget the price of rice, forget the hardship. Just look humanity. The RDP house, if your husband have done well, by now nobody should be in the RDP house by now. No. But rather than them coming home, they're adding more. Every day they are piling them.
That is right.
And they ask you, you say why? What makes you not win? That statement irritates me. I feel like throw this phone away. But if I throw them, I'm going to buy new one. Seriously.
Don't.
Oh God. So then we should just look at this country as it be, and look, somebody will be pretending he's practicing a lawyer.
I've told people, right?
Yes.
We are happy that a lot of people knows what is going on. The only people who want to be deceived are the people being deceived. It's a choice. Now, people are beginning to realize that these guys, they have done so much terrible job that they have exposed the vulnerability of Nigeria. They have exposed the differences of the people within Nigeria. Yeah. They have broken all unwritten protocols that keep Nigeria fraudulently together. And if you have anyone doing the best job in breaking up of Nigeria, it will be no other people than these guys. So where we should be investing our energy on, our resources on, is to make sure that those who brought us to this level in the name of Nigeria, from our own different part of Nigeria, they must never find any solace or comfort zones in our zones when they finally destroyed Nigeria and everybody goes their separate way. That's our own job, because you go break out. If people will destroy Nigeria, representing the Igbos, ended up being the prominent people in Biafra, it go pain, or people who destroyed Nigeria, being those who represent Yorubas in that project, ended up being the kingmakers and the decision makers in Yoruba nation, it go break out. That is why that's our job, to make sure that when they are escaping from Nigeria, they will end up in the dungeon of history of the new nations that will be imagined from the rubble of what they are destroying. They are doing it. It's just a matter of time. I strongly believe that, Baba, because we have never been this divided. I don't know how old you are. I'm 38 years. I'm going to be 39 years in January. But trust me, I've lived long enough to tell you that Nigeria, I've never seen Nigeria this divided. I have never seen Nigerians this divided in my lifetime. Sure you get? And if you say they are not doing the best job, Baba, maybe people are not paying attention. Trust me. They can't hold it much longer.
No, and they're not ready to repent tomorrow. They are not ready to repent. Look at
there is no plan.
But the Amila, the House of Rep came to stage. So they ask you to ask Tulumbu his age. They should go to their mother's grave to ask. Is that what the representative should be speaking? You can just imagine such a rubbish from a man, you know? So these are people that you depend on.
Is the Speaker of House of Representatives?
He's a speaker. Yes. In this country where I am, if you make such a statement immediately tomorrow, they will force you to resign.
Because you have to.
You know?
I mean, see, Tinubu said he's an accountant. Yeah, Tinubu said he's an accountant.
Yeah.
And he went to Baramatu, and he told the people there, now statistics you go shop. That's supposed to be a statistician. I mean, statistician. I be waiting they call mathematician or accountant. We've seen a number
yes, accountant.
Nigeria is a fraud.
What Tinubu supposed to do when Obi, if he claim that Obi made a mistake, he come, he correct Obi with the right figure. As a person who know better.
You know the person will get the correct figure, correct person will make mistake.
No, really was doing some rubbish.
See, that Tinubu fee quote figures. And you go sit down there, they do bala bulu bala. Sit down and fee quote figure. No, the person will know something, go say you are wrong. Let me give you the right figure. If Tinubu begin the quote figure, Baba, now another skit making for that week. Trust me, you don't want to hear it.
Camera go break.
Trust me, you don't want
camera
to hear
must
it.
Go down.
If Tinubu begin the quote figure, now another full version, we go take do program for here. Because it will be too funny.
Yeah.
But trust me, a statistician who goes to a campaign, an accountant says, now statistic we go shop and people clapped. And you have to finish, man.
Maiyegun, do you know the funny part of it? All the campaign to be going, they haven't told people what you will do.
Nothing to say.
He haven't told anybody what he has. He only just there to create some community. He came out. What are you going to do for the people? No. You say if you mention Obi name is a insult to him. I mean, people have been running. He should stop running. These are people that people are waiting for. You're already in a mess. Your dollar is hitting to 1,000, and you are bringing such a man to come and lead you. So where?
And you are beating your chest. Wait.
Will be better.
You are beating your chest. After bringing that calamity, you are now beating your chest and say, you see that God will shame all of you. You see what Tinubu go do. I say,
no, they are calling God don't live in Nigeria. God don't live in Nigeria a long time ago. No electricity, no running water. Look at Lagos. You are keeping let me shock you, Maiyegun. The last time I go home with my kids here, when we arrived in Lagos, my boy was afraid of talking to me. He went to the mother and said, "Hey, Daddy, you never bring me here again."
Really?
That was Lagos. My
son will say that. You see that my Caleb Akinola, he will say it. And he won't say it to his mom. He will say it to me. I don't want to come back here again.
He went to my wife and said, "Take Daddy, don't bring." My wife will not pleading with my son. So please, this is not our state. When you go to our state, you will be happy. You understand? Say our state is more calm, and when you go down to the east, yes. And the truth, when we arrive in Enugu and we went to shop right straight, these kids feel like as if they are here.
No, it's because
you understand?
It's not because Enugu is better. It is because
it's not because Enugu is better. Let me tell you the problem.
You can feel say, yes.
Do you know why they complain, Maiyegun?
Yeah.
We enter motors from the airport to we spend 3-4 hours, less than 5 people. We there where we there. They're on AC. AC now becoming hot. They have to off it.
Roasting machine. It is what
so
it is.
The boy gets tired and start getting worried and start complaining. So not that Enugu is more beautiful than anywhere, no, but the condition in Lagos State, my God in heaven, condition in Lagos State is hell. Traveling all the way from Ikeja to Ikorodu take us 6 hours. Maiyegun, can you believe that? Which I fly from overseas to Nigeria in less than 6 hours.
Now live elderly, experiencing that daily, because that's what some people experience every day. That's what you experience for 6 hours.
Then the same president of that state is not telling us he wants to build Nigeria the way Lagos is. Then tell me where is hope.
Good luck with that. Thank you so much. Let me take one more call before I call it a night.
God bless you.
It's been a pleasure, by the way, talking to you. You didn't tell me your name.
Thank you.
You didn't remind me your name.
Imagine.
But it is well. So thank you so
much. You remember?
Okay?
Imagine. Thank you.
Want to say something there? Do you want to say something before you go?
No, I'm saying imagine. I normally use the imagine. When you are calling, I will tell you imagine.
Imagine. Why you didn't you? Because you see that number actually, like I was like, man, am I really sure? But I know this number. Now I do, because I remember when the first time we had that chat, it was like imagine, and it was wonderful, epic. Thank you so much.
We are in the background listening. We are following you, my brother. Continue.
My regards to everybody in the household right now, okay? Stay
safe. Well. Thank you, sir.
Nice
and you too. Well, sure.
I'll take one more and I'll call it a night. Imagine, my last caller. Amazing guy. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Babao.
But you know me to call me lady. I'm so happy. God bless you.
Amen, sir. God bless you too.
Maiyegun, you made it. There was a time you gave the figure bracket of those who watched you, and I believe you gave us like 30%. Those above, I'm 71. And I believe you gave us like 30 or 35%.
You are the majority shareholder in the Temple of Truth, sir. I respect that. Yes, you are right.
That's right. So please, me 30, at least 20%.
Okay, sir. I make sure we pay. I have some regular callers here. Mama Lizzie.
That's right. I know.
Mama Lizzie,
that's right.
There's so many people like that. Baba, I mean, Elder Oluwa, and all those people, So, and yours too now, sir. Mama put into consideration. Well, because luck,
that's right.
Because I pick up the calls.
I know, of course. That's why I kept calling. I shall try what I be. Our follower lati berelele you from the kitchen, from the meeting follow. The first thing like that caller said, the last caller said, the first thing the man called like here. That's the first thing. I pay my offering, the first thing. Apart from being a regular subscriber. Yes.
So, So, Agbekewawa, Yayowawa,
I know, yeah.
Come across our text messages ni láti 2015, 2016. So, one can torí pé mention kitchen yẹn ni o ni mo ṣe fẹ́ sọ nǹkan tí fẹ́ sọ yìí o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So now she torí àwọn tó ń gbọ́ mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ lóyìnbó. So when she now walked in with our old text messages, she was kind of
that's right.
You know, mo tó wà nú àwọn messages yẹn. Babe, I'm so busy right now. I'm blogging. So you know, she may be like, sorry, babe, can you help me do this? I'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I'm blogging right now. Oh, babe, can you please help me go on to MaiyegunsDiary Political and help me open so and so, and you know, like you are one of the people who saw me became Maiyegun that I am today. Sure, you get. You saw through that progress, and that was so much work, Baba. So thank you so much for always being there. So you know,
we thank God.
Because these are the people and when they say I know that boy, I know him very well. It's not bye-bye. Because they have seen me from far back and have not failed.
In fact, Baba? That's right. In fact, there was a time you were going to stop that advice on Yoruba Nation. Please don't stop it. I sent a message on your page. Money to move along there, must stop. Contribute. Now, one thing happened. Lano, just like what the last caller said, Lano, ni mori mo jo ti won se video ye ti mori Ebenezer to nkorin fún MC Oluomo. Money obey kó máa kọrin fún MC Oluomo, kó máa pè, kó máa kì. Money, I'm disappointed in this man. Money gbogbo any respect money fún Obe Olùṣe láti àná lọ. Pé you are for people, you are my key MC Oluomo.
Because you Obe tell you more. Tejo dagba. In your own 70s right now, àwọn Obe tell you more ngba yẹn. Ẹ̀yin ò lè ever revision pé irú time yìí máa wáyé. Lójú ayé pátámádé Obe. Nǹkan tí bàjẹ́ ju bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ro lọ jàre. Maiyegun sí ọgọ́ KMC.
Ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń rò. Let's go back to June 12. Nígbà tí June 12 ṣẹlẹ̀, tí Abiola tó ń gbé Abiola tó ń ṣe, mo wá wò mo ní, what happened to all these juju musicians, all Nigerian musicians? Why did they start Adeleke mute? These are the people who want milk here. So just one pay every time, and he was dishing money to them. Immediately he had problem. Nobody.
Esther, do you remember, Esther, do you remember Abacha concert of 1997? Do you remember that?
Bernie.
Abacha for president.
I remember.
Sonny Ade,
yes.
Shina Peters, and many like that.
Bernie.
You remember that was the beginning of the beginning of the end of Shina Peters' career, because Shina Peters,
that is true.
The instrument that Shina Peters was using that makes him the popular and all of that. If in fact the money that propelled Shina Peters to the limelight that he became that superstar was actually given to him by Abiola. Now people saw him. Abiola was in jail. Abiola was in jail. Shina Peters at the rest one Cornel Abuja for Abacha for president. Thank
you for reminding me. You are very correct. But how could anyone, how could she tó sọ fún pé tó kọrin fún ẹgbẹ́ pé Abiola máa kó wa jẹ pé àwọn olùlàmọ́ máa tẹ̀lé ó dẹ̀ wá ní problem. And none of you could even sing except Sonny. That's what I respected that Sonny Okosu. Only to calling nípa June 12. So that, I mean, what kind of people are these? If I see, I will tell him to his face. I'm disappointed if you come out. How could you? Or what is it? I mean, just follow the money. What kind of nonsense is that? I mean, the first time to call me to start for the contest for president. Why can't you people? Yes, why can't you consider this young man? Once of me pay president, local government so join our party condemn
experience. Question any pé ẹjọ́ ẹja sọ tòótọ́ fúnra wa o. Ẹjọ́ experience wo gan ló yẹ kí a kọ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ti ṣèjọba Nàìjíríà rí àbáwọn tó ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí tó yẹ pé èèyàn nídìí o láti fi ṣèlú o àbí ìlú ọ̀hún náà kọ́ láàrin yẹn Nàìjíríà tó ti dàrú yẹn àbí ṣé experience tó fi bà Nàìjíríà jẹ́ tó fi jí owó Nàìjíríà tó fi ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe é sìn yẹn ní ọmọ kékeré kan láti lọ kọ́ kó tó dolórí ibẹ̀. Orí mi kọ́ ẹlẹ́dàá mi kọ́. I'm
so ashamed of those Nigerian youth that Tinubu was calling in his rally. One great Nigerian youth. I was wondering.
Esa pé 71 nìyí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Alẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ clearly báyìí fún wọn ò lè bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ clearly bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí 70 ní Tinubu.
Ó náà ni mo ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé Tinubu bá sọ pé òun 70, same just 71. Tabaji just sọ̀rọ̀. Ó pick on any subject. Kaji just discuss.
Can you imagine?
I mean, I don't think Tinubu can spend 3 minutes without floundering.
I think
without torturing.
Esa, when you want to talk about Tinubu, you just say I know. Don't say I think. Ṣé bá ń rí video hold on, ìṣẹ́jú kan. You are 71 years old, sir. Get. Normally, when Tinubu tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ nsìn, is speaking the language of the ancestors. Show you nsìn. Kọ́lọ́ jẹ́ ká náà dàgbà ká tó yín ṣe get sir. Kọ́lọ́ jẹ́ ká jù yín lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run get. But Esa.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Esa, nígbà tí èèyàn bá ń sọ ẹ má bínú ẹjọ́ ẹ kàn fìyà mi ní 2 minutes nínú time yìí o. Bóyá ẹ̀yin tí you understand.
No problem.
Pé àgbàlagbà nìyí. But wọ́n ní Tinubu tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí speak in the language of the ancestors. Ṣé mọ́ mí ní nǹkan tó ń sọ yìí sà? Hang on, ẹ má ti sọ nǹkan kan ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wò ó.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor.
Yes, sir. There is another one. So, okay. That one has to do with electricity, generation transmission. Àti roasted corn. Eba mi gbọ́ yẹn náà. Ẹ wá bá mi sọ bóyá tá àná bá máa fi dàgbà bíi tiyín. A máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbé dé àwọn ancestors.
Highway, electrical highway.
Okay, you see, hang on though.
They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity.
Missa. We are overreacting because we are young. Kilo con roasted corn at the generated electricity.
Maiyegun.
Sir?
Where you will get the picture
1 year left July. When they feel comfortable, can I buy in sort of buy you, right? Yes, I help me. Can the connection in between?
Now where you will get the true picture of what is happening is that if you observe those people standing behind him, even they themselves, they were looking at him like, oh my God.
Yes, sir. Talking about people around him. Talking about people around him. I just say anything everything law. 70-year-old man, 70 years old man, sir. You are 71, oh. So no more here and look as a comparison. Nígbà tí wọ́n gbé Tinubu dé Surulere, call on Dariji, sir.
You guys will see, oh, Asiwaju cannot climb the stairs. They are helping Asiwaju. What I watch, oh, what I watch. Asiwaju cannot climb. He can't climb this area. He can't climb the stage. What I watch as they are helping him. What I watch. See how they are carrying Asiwaju. They are carrying Asiwaju to the stage. What I watch, oh, how they carry Asiwaju to the stage. Look at. See them helping Asiwaju up. Oh my God, this is bad. Too bad.
Oh man, I don't know which one is funny. Ṣé bí tó ti ń tì bí kúrúta kúrú? Oh, ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Oya ogun. Ẹ mọ̀ báyìí máa sọ pé ogun gùn mí ó yẹ me. Or maybe the guy that is talking. I don't know which one is funny. You are older than him, sir. Can you tell me what is going on? Shall sọ fún mi, sir?
So, before you started you came on air. One of these videos life is awada. Okay, if you don't say 33% of youth unemployed. For 2 minutes. So, come back. Recruit for like 2 minutes. Money ko temi àti àwọn mi ta ṣì ń sọ nìyẹn pé money just wait and see.
Ọba tó switch off nsìn yìí o.
Ọba tó
wá ọkọ kí ló dé tó dákẹ́? Why is he looking like that? Ọmọ ó ti lọ nìyẹn. Ọkọ sọ pé ó ti lọ.
Ó wá ń wò, and if you look at it, ó wá ń wò like somebody in a trance. Mo wá gbọ́ pé mo wá sọ fún ìyàwó mi, mo ní one thing, mo ní yes.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín, ẹ sọ.
Mo ní I am sure one thing is happening. Mo ní kí àwọn Fúlàní kan tó lè fún ní super support tí wọ́n fún yìí àti Buhari gbogbo wọn, there is an agenda. Mo ní ìsídà kò jẹ́ pé wọ́n fún ní nǹkan kan tí ó mọ̀ tó ń fi sí lára. Bóyá true omi ni o àbí true oúnjẹ o tó jẹ́ pé delayed kò tó ń pè ní delayed ní kí n má pè ní poison delayed action tó jẹ́ pé by the time when come out to swear in as president he will already be a vegetable bẹ́ẹ̀ ni by the time tó máa come out to swear in bẹ́ẹ̀ ni any ìwé tó ń bá anything tó ń bá gbé fún pé kó sign ó máa sign ẹni Shetima will be the president. Mo dẹ̀ wọ́n àwọn èèyàn ó ti pẹ́ tí mo ti wọ́n àwọn èèyàn pé you people use your sense. Shetima làwọn bí ń gbé wá kì í ṣe Tinubu wọ́n kàn fi dí gẹrẹ síbẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣàfẹ́ kó débẹ̀ wọ́n ti mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ṣe tó bá pa vegetable ló máa jẹ́. Mo ní mo dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ mi tí àwọn inú wọn tó ń sọ pé Tinubu ọmọ wọn ò ṣèdí bẹ̀bẹ̀.
Ìdí wo ló ní náà?
Mo ní àánú yín gbogbo yín ṣe mí. Àánú gbogbo yín ṣe mí ẹni tó máa jẹ mo ní ìgbà tí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò
ṣebí ariwo Ọ̀ṣínbàjò lọ gbàgbà yẹn.
Ṣé Ọ̀ṣínbàjò lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀? Mo ní tó tẹ̀ lẹ́nu láti yan.
Wọ́n ní think Ọ̀ṣínbàjò vote Buhari. As a Yoruba man, think Ọ̀ṣínbàjò vote Buhari. Last ẹni tó ń ṣe ń jí diaper sí Buhari ló sọ Ọ̀ṣínbàjò di. Gbogbo nǹkan tó ló máa ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àlànà ajá ni o. Gbogbo ẹ̀dá àlà inú ajá ni sà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, inú ẹ̀ ló máa gbé. Mo tẹ̀ wá sọ fún ọ, mo ní ṣé wọ́n bí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò dáa kó sọ pé iṣẹ́ báyìí ni Buhari máa ṣe, òun ló máa ṣe lé òun ló máa ṣe tọ̀hún. Mo ní ẹni tí ò tí ì débẹ̀ tó ti ń sọ fún yín pé òun ló máa jẹ́ chief of commander in chief of the armed forces. Mo ní àbẹ́ ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ fún yín. Òun ló máa handle security. Ó ń sọ fún yín pé òun ni commander in chief nìyẹn. The commander in chief is the actual president. Mo ní so your Tinubu is just a figurehead. Mo ní Tinubu ẹgbọ́n kí Tinubu call it to order àbíkọ́ sọ pé kó má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ pé kankan pé VP lè jáì kí president sọ pé no I support my vice president but I know that's not what he meant. This is what he knows that he has to take everything else on my table. Yes. I have to sign everything. But nothing like that is coming from Tinubu.
It never came from
rebuke. And I remember everything, all the things where you revealed about this Shetima man. Lọ́dẹ dúpẹ́ inú ilé ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti arrest that Kabiru Sokoto and you revealed all those things pé jẹ́ pé inú government house then bọ́n ṣe kidnap àwọn ọmọ ṣíbọ̀gẹ̀ you revealed everything on your program.
Yes.
Under his watch.
Deliberate sir. Wọ́n sọ fún pé Jonathan sọ pé àwọn ò lè guarantee security àwọn ti gbọ́ pọ́n náà fẹ́ wá jí àwọn ọmọ gbé irọ́ ni bóòtọ́ ni ẹ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé kàn padà sí ilé wọn láti rí ibi tó sì kí a máa ní kí gbogbo wọn padà wá ṣe exam yẹn in fact a máa kó gbogbo wọn lọ sí capital ní Maiduguri ni ìyẹn lọ agree sí o ìyẹn ni Jonathan gbogbo wọn rò pọ̀ ń sọ Wike tó jẹ́ governor Rivers yìí òun ni minister of education gbà lẹ́tà tó kọ sí Shetima wà ń bẹ ọ lẹ́tà tí Shetima fi dá lóhùn wà ó sì wà láyé o ṣẹgẹ́ tí ń sìn bọ́ ńgbà tó máa tó bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn ṣe ni Shetima pe school ẹyọ kan ní Chibok yẹn Maiduguri Borno State kò ṣáàṣe school ẹyọ kan ló wà ń bẹ ó yẹ yín ti Chibok yẹn wọ́n dìde pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn padà láti ilé
mo ti dé Maiduguri gbogbo ẹ̀ mo ti dé rí.
ṣe gẹ́tì sà wọ́n dìde pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn wá láti ilé pé kọ́ máa lọ sí Chibok hostel yẹn ni principal hostel ibi tó kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ òun náà láwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ tó yẹ pé school yẹn lọ ń lọ ṣe níjọ́ tó ní pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yẹn padà wá yẹn kò jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ padà wá sí school alẹ́ ọjọ́ tí wọ́n dé làwọn Boko Haram dé tó wá kó wọn gbogbo bó ṣe ṣe yẹn tó ṣe tó ṣítìmánu olórí ibú yìí ni o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi sìn àwọn ọmọ yẹn gbà tó ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí àwọn ọmọ yẹn sọ wípé àwọn wà ní within ní Maiduguri ní state capital for more than odindi ọdún méjì gbogbo gbà tó ń wá àwọn yẹn tó ń ṣe gbà tó ń ṣàwò yẹn ṣe ló ń kó wọn from ilé to another tó ń kó wọn from here to another wọ́n ní pé àwọn ọmọ yẹn sọ pé àwọn kan wà nú àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n ò ní rí wọn mọ́ ọ̀ tó náà ti pa wọ́n ìṣe làwọn Air Force Nàìjíríà láyé Jonathan gbà yẹn ṣe ni wọ́n gbọ́ pé wọ́n kó àwọn sí ilé kan tí wọ́n bọ́ǹbù ilé yẹn àwọn táwọn escape ń bẹ̀ àwọn ò tó nǹkan pé bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́tọ́ wá pín àwọn sí wẹ́wẹ́ tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní move àwọn sínú igbó tó kọ́ àwọn fún àwọn Boko Haram yẹn kọ́ lọ fẹ́ àwọn gbogbo story tí mò ń sọ fún yín kò ń ṣe àhesọ o ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn tí ó ṣojú ẹ̀ àwọn victim sọ ni o bọ̀ ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan.
We get facts on your program. We get facts. Now jẹ́ kí n sáré debunk nìkan ìbà Buhari àwọn èèyàn wọ́n máa ń sọ pé ní 1984 tó wá yẹn pé òun àti ìdí àgbọn wọn ṣe dáadáa pé this and that wọ́n máa ń sọ pé fight corruption fight this and that.
Yes, sir.
By the privilege of my job at that time, yes. I was the national sales manager of a company in Nigeria at that time. So gbogbo north ni mo dẹ̀ máa ń lọ Maiduguri ni o Kano ni o Gashua Katsina Sokoto kò síbi tí mi ò mọ̀ ní north. So ìgbà tí mo dé north why tí wọ́n operate ní south o tí wọ́n àwọn sọ́jà tó ń yan blala tó máa ń lọ everybody ìgbà tí mo dé north gbogbo ibi tí mo dé mo rí pé mi ì rí nǹkan tó jọ mi ì rí any soldier kó na anybody wọ́n wá ní what. So àwọn ará so gbogbo why yìí is only for the south. Inú so bí mi nígbà tí mo dé Èkó mo wá sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé look gbogbo why tẹ́ ń pariwo ìtẹ́ máa ìtẹ́ gbogbo kò ní oppressor ni wọ́n kàn they are on a mission to suppress you southerners. There is nothing like why in the north. There is nothing like that. Ìgbà yẹn ni mo ti hate Buhari àtòun àti ìdí àgbọn yẹn pé wọ́n wá ga sáwọn southerners lára ni kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ why in the north.
Ṣé o kò di same thing náà ni pẹ̀lú SARS yẹn náà sà gbogbo SARS tá à ń pariwo yìí kò dé north o in fact àwọn ọmọ tó wà ní north ó ń yà wọ́n lẹ́nu nígbà tó ń rí àwọn èèyàn bó ṣe ń react sí SARS kí ló táwọn èèyàn react báyìí kí ló tí ń bí gbogbo yín báyìí nígbà tó wá ń gbọ́ gbogbo story nǹkan tí àwọn SARS ń ṣe fáwọn èèyàn ní southern Nigeria some of them were like really wọn ò bí wọn dá kọ́tà irú ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwa ní north wọn ò bí wọn rí
bẹ́ẹ̀ni kò
and it's true.
Wọ́n ń ṣe. So I have to be educating our people say look here àwọn oppressors yìí lẹ́yìn just like the slave who love their chain ó ń lọ́rọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa they love their chain. So àwọn náà máa yin Buhari àwọn náà máa gbé pé eléyìí is try to fight corruption. Mo ní no I know these people it's a lie. Mo dem prove ẹ̀ fún wọn. Mo ní ẹ ṣe jẹ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan you are so gullible everything tó bá throw down your soul o lè máa swallow. Why what is wrong with you people? Kí ló ń ṣe wọ́n náà? Gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kó rí wọn pé ìrọ̀lẹ́ kí lẹ wá kàwé yìí fún. O tún ṣàkíyèsí kinní kan. Look at Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye. Have you ever wondered why tó fi jẹ́ pé only Professor Adeniran ní gbogbo àwọn dons gbogbo àwọn professor tó ti jọ wà nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ìbàdàn gbogbo ẹ̀gbẹ́ yẹn how come tó fi jẹ́ pé àrínú wọn to ever come láti tó surround ẹ̀ pé yes we know about this man with the government. Why? I've never seen mo dẹ̀ máa ń wonder mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n jọ jẹ́ colleague nífẹ̀ẹ́. Mo wá ń sọ pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ why are you people not supporting this one pé wọ́n ní àwọn ọmọ bàbá dáadáa pé kinní kan pé àwọn ọmọ wàhálà tó bá bàbá pé kinní mo ní so mo ní so gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ẹ̀yin faramọ́ àbí nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ kọ́ nìyẹn pé ẹ faramọ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àwa Yorùbá yìí so ẹ faramọ́ kò tẹ̀ tí sọ̀rọ̀ onítìrí àbí nǹkan kan gbà yẹn pé bóyá division kankan. Then bàbá ńlá mistake nígbà tí mo ti rí pé ibi tí mistake bàbá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nígbà tí bàbá ti wá lọ sọ pé okay Maiyegun is going to be in charge of this thing. Gbogbo only one account yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ wá sí program àdẹ̀rí sínú gbogbo wa dùn pé yes. Because you know Maiyegun has a track record. Gbogbo wa la bó ṣe gbogbo owó tá à ń dá bó ṣe ná ló give report tó fi ń ṣe à ń rí. Àbí àwọn tó jà fún support ìdápà ní sójà yẹn gbogbo àwọn old people ní Ogun State. You bring everything. So with that, tó bá tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ pé lẹ́yìn tí bàbá wá àwọn tí wọ́n ní wọ́n kó sábẹ́ bàbá yẹn tó ń bá tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ pé wọ́n wá tí wá sọ fún bàbá pé no pé kí ni ó yẹ kí bàbá lè dúró lẹ́sẹ̀ pé no, I have given my word on air and everybody has seen me. I cannot go back on my word. Ìyẹn náà ń pè lọ́kùnrin. Bàbá Akíntóyè disappoint mi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bàbá Banji Akíntóyè, he disappointed me. He could have stood his ground that no way I have said it. All I can do is that, okay, I will organize a committee so that you and Maiyegun, all of you will meet and you will take decisions. All of you, but everything will still be under the supervision of Maiyegun. That is the person I can entrust the finances of this mission for. That is, don't pay your general. Don't pay your general because like seem like a general on this issue. So if a general must give his word and stay on his word. I said, no matter what, no, I'm not changing on this thing. I have told Maiyegun to organize this thing, and we are going to go and support him. And there's no.
Sherry, tó bá ti dé stage tí a fẹ́ really ná gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ à ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ kí a fún wọn ní ààyè kó má dàbí pé à ń ṣáájú ẹlẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́pẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ after 31st of December some of nǹkan táwa gan ọmọ bóyá àmọ́ ń gbà yẹn ẹ get it sísà mo máa need láti comment when that conversation tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ conversation because gbogbo àlá láti mọ̀ gbọ́ lẹ́lẹ́tọ̀ láti mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àlá lẹ́lẹ́tọ̀ láti mọ̀ pé ibo là ń lọ gan báyìí sí ibo ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ń gbà lọ báyìí sí ibo la dé gan where are we sir we'll get to that stage and I want to say thank you so much. Time it is so long.
We thank God. Ebamiki, Adeleke, Adawamo, everybody.
Everybody within the house as well. Thank you so much. I'm so happy speaking to you as well.
God bless you.
Have a nice day. God bless you, sir. Can you nice evening? God bless you, sir. So that is one elder that I hope. I wish is been so much a regular caller, but finally he made it tonight and he spoke his mind for over 20 minutes. It's quite interesting, isn't it? So that's why we're going to draw the curtains tonight. If you are just joining us or not long ago, right? Please, you can watch this from the start again. It's quite interesting. There's so much shared, like as usual. And as you are saying good night to me, as I'm saying good night to you as well, don't leave without dropping that your offering. Like the broadcast, you can still share it, okay? And you can watch the replay of this video tomorrow, as well as in part, call the premiere. Until I see you next time, yeah? Just remember, an injustice to one is injustice to all. An injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. And don't wait till you become a victim before you speak out, okay? At the end of the day, Nigeria produces the type of leaders that they want. But if all of us are becoming the victims of the consequences of these choices, right? It is also ideal to tell ourselves why we continue to get battered by this crop of rogues and criminals every now and then. No other reason than because Nigeria exists for them, not for you. Now, if we want something different, we have to do something different as well. You can love your oppressors. You can worship your oppressors. But at the same time, you can't ask for equity, justice, or fairness when you are worshiping the people that have taken that away from you. And you can't cherry pick. You can't cherry pick means that you can't select what is good, what you think is good, and what you think is bad when you know good from bad. Aisha doesn't represent anybody. She's an opportunist. just like her husband and everyone around them. You are the victims. If you don't stop worshiping them, if you don't stop encouraging them, you are never going to stop receiving the same treatment. But I won't stop talking, because at the end of the day, the consequences of all your actions are not limited to you, including people who are not choosing them with you. And that is why we won't stop talking. They will tear Nigeria apart, whether you like it or not, okay? The plan is, what are you going to do when that happens? You're going to be praying that Nigeria should get back, or you're going to be working hard in your own new nation that will emerge from this? You can say it's impossible. You can say it's never going to happen. That is just you. You see these rogues with what they are doing and what they have done, they are working tirelessly to ensure that that happens. But you seems to be the only person who is yet to know. I'm going to talk to you some other time. Enjoy your evening. And I'll see you some other time.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary, Diary political. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.